WIFTBPM.
We out west with it, where we live illegal, leaning off a leader, riding regal, tipping scales like Libras. Inhale, no L's, pulling out blocks like Jenga. In the rear of a Caprices, Billy Rams, feel you decent nonetheless. Nothing less than tens for the speakers. You'll hear us before you see us with beats that beat the streets up. Yeah. So try and keep up and keep it low key, cuz police try and treat us and keep us on a leash, cuz that's how they see us, thinking we nuts. Cuz we'll die for the ground beneath us, because this land made us. This land made of players that stay on paper. That's how we came up amongst the mayhem to the day when we display what we made of. The game can never change us, the West Side teachers. On these streets where you find that D before G. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it, you just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it, I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it, yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air, take a whiff. Only the nose knows the aroma. Compose the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we could go nuts and stay at the stove like gross us. And post up with O's on the table like coasters. It's how the game coached us, made us all in the soldiers. Now that dough is the focus, so know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models, riding good, the latest model, drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed a pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload, 30s a dro, while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always get me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it, you just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it, I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it, yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down. In a minute, what am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town, the fifth city that sounds the fifth's empty. When we tipsy, it's risky. Where the lick be, at least 10 deep, it tempts me. But there's no mystery where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimping ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game. But the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without supper long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it, you just got a bit of plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it, I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it, yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into
Okay? I'm gonna kick you out. You're gonna have to sit out there in a minute. You wanna use the phone? Play on the phone.
That's a little bit better. Great afternoon to you wonderful people. Welcome to this Wednesday. What's today? Monday?
It is Monday.
Today's Monday. Welcome to this Monday edition of I Said What I Said. We are live from inside the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Tucson. My name is Herb Howard. Each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually from 1 to 3 p.m. A little bit late today. We appreciate y'all tuning in nonetheless. But usually 1 to 3 p.m. we get together right here with you guys and we discuss issues that are currently impacting the black community. We discuss how those issues impact us as individuals, but also how they impact us as a collective. And along with your help, we talk through many of these issues in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, we want to overcome them as individuals, but for the sake of this conversation, more importantly, We want to overcome them as a collective. So thank y'all so very, very much for choosing to be a part of the conversation. As always, your input is valued. It is certainly appreciated. Anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so. We will read through as many of your comments as possible while we go through the show. We would kindly request you, please take a quick second to share the broadcast. Share it on your personal page. Share it even within your personal network with absolutely anyone that you think would add value to this conversation or find value in this conversation. Again, this is I Said What I Said. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. His name is Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm blessed and highly favored. How you?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Just maintaining. Ain't nothing to it. Feeling pretty good. That's kind of a lie, though. I started the show with that We Out West with it song because I spent too much time out west yesterday.
I seen your text message this morning where you had to go get your car because you was inebriated. What happened last night?
Yeah, I had to leave my car out west because it wasn't gonna get back to the south side with me driving it. That's for doggone sure. I had too much fun on a Sunday. Way too much Sunday fun day for me, man. I kicked it off probably like 11:30 or something like that. Took myself to brunch. Went to brunch. I drank more than I ate. I ain't really eat nothing. I had like some barbecue cauliflower while I was sitting there, and I ate and I drank like 5 old fashions. so I said,
wait. You was by yourself?
Yeah, I just went to brunch by myself.
And got that drunk when you had to leave your car?
No, that ain't in the story. That's just the start of the story. It's the start of the story. I go to brunch at like 11:30. I have like 5 old fashions at brunch, right? And then I link up with my godbrother Corey, right? Link up with Corey, and we was going to kick it at a day party thing out west. So we go do that, keep drinking in that spot, and then we were going to watch the Mayweather fight. And his barber was doing something outside the barbershop and like in the back on the grass of the barbershop with one of those big blow up projector screens, having the fight out there. So get out there. I think I skipped a step. Before that, right? Went to 2 places on this day party thing. And then so one of the spots sitting there just, drinking Douce and all that. And I don't know, at some point at the fight thing, all that liquor was just like, hey, fam, And I was like, okay. So I'm just sitting in the chair kind of messed up. I'm like, I got to go. I can't even stay. I can't stay for the fight. So I had
You didn't even stay for the fight?
No.
It was that bad?
I was out the game.
Out the game?
I was in the chair, stuck, couldn't lift my head. I'm hearing everything going on around me, but I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to be outside, and I can't even lift my head up. Somebody take me home, right? And so I got drove home, and then this morning I had to get driven to my car so I can get my car off the west side.
It must be nice to have people fall in line, though, and look out for you like that, though. That's a blessing.
It's love. It's community, man. It's love. I was very, very grateful. Huge thanks to the person who took me home. I am very, very grateful for that.
Yeah, man. I don't drink anyway. But
I was at home. Like, oh, this is where I live.
Reggie's Rock Club the other day, right?
Yeah.
One is celebration because, I don't know if you saw, but I got a contract with the city and they hung up all my.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That's dope. Salute, my brother. I saw all them pieces hanging up on the street.
So it's a lot of them out there, man. So, but me and my homies, we just went to go eat lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had 2 beers and I took a shot. That ain't no whole lot of liquor. But
for you was probably hit.
I was laid out. I went home. I think I got to the crib around 5. I woke up at 5 in the morning. It was
2 beers and a shot. Yeah, you was hit.
Yeah, it was a done deal. You know what I mean? So I was dead to the world for the whole evening. But it felt good though. I felt good getting that kind of sleep. Cause I don't sleep like that. I don't relax like that.
No, that's what's up, man.
I'll tell you this though, real quick. So I went out west to see him, to see the banners hanging.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wasn't planning on going out west, right? So I was really just riding my bike. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going out west, right? So I ride out west.
On the bike?
On the bike, right? So from the crib too, right?
Okay.
So I ain't got no fear of shit. I love this city, right?
I feel like
I'm chief everywhere I stop at. I swear to God, though, once I hit Madison, it felt like I was in a different planet. And then I look crazy as hell because every step I'm getting off my bike taking pictures of these fucking street signs.
All right, maybe like a tourist, like a goofy.
I look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me tell you something for all the West Siders is listening. It ain't nothing in the world that you can't buy on Madison between Madison and Pulaski and Madison and
food, clothes, box, whatever.
Two goddamn blocks. You can buy anything in the world. Everybody, every 5 steps, they selling pussy, they selling X.
It's there for you.
Let me change my language. We got a baby in the room. So we
I said box.
box, right? They sell a box. They sell an X. I got offered weed. I got offered a furniture set. I'm on a bike, G. How you gonna sell me a furniture
Hey, you want to put this couch on your bike, fam? No, I don't want to put this couch on my bike.
set? Man, the West Side is undefeated.
It's different, baby.
Motherfucker tried to sell you a love seat.
It was crazy.
On the real, on your bike.
It was crazy.
Nah, man, that's what's up. I'm glad you salute on getting that contract and having your work displayed all across the city like that. That's super, super fire, man. I know you always act like ain't nothing a big deal, but that's a big deal. I tell you all the time how dope you are. And, you know, matter of fact, was that the thing I saw you doing that day? When I saw the design, I was like, I think that might have been the design I saw him doing that day.
It might be. I don't know, man.
When I saw the posters, I was like, that looked like the design I saw him doing out there that day. But anyway, super, super dope, man. Glad you got to get some rest because we don't be sleeping, man. I was here with the bigs, man. Shout out to the bigs for wanting to come in and do On the Soil. They like, yeah, we don't really need to take a vacation either. We want to keep on going with On the Soil. So, shout out to everybody else on the network that is on vacation. That's cool. But we didn't really have a desire to not chop it up with y'all, even for a little while. So we are here, and the bigs were here as well. So I came in to help out with the bigs so we can run the board for them. And communicating with them, I had to tell them they was all on that text message. I was like, I got to get my car or whatever. And so then I come in here and I run the board for them, and they like, bro, what don't you do? You do this, you do that. What don't you do? I was like, I don't sleep. That's what I don't do, right? So, I'm gonna get some sleep today though, because as soon as I leave here, I'm gonna get some food and I'm going to sleep. But either way, man, we here. We appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on the I Said What I Said page. We will be here on the I Said What I Said page throughout the duration of the With the Media vacation, so as to not confuse anybody. Like, wait, why some people doing their shows, some people not doing their shows? We're just gonna do it all on the I Said What I Said page. So please, in that vein, please be intentional about sharing the broadcast today specifically, because people need to know that we are still doing the show and exactly where we are doing it at. So please, bless you. Please take a quick second to share the broadcast. With that being said, man, a lot of things we want to get into today. Y'all can notice that there is a guest in the studio. His name is up on the screen. He is Hard Knock, man, hip-hop artist from the crib, doing major things, man. First of all, appreciate you taking the time to hop in the studio with us, my brother. How you feeling?
I'm all good, man. Feeling real good. It's most definitely a pleasure, bro.
Man, it's our pleasure, man. We've been wanting to get this done and link up with you and chop it up with you about a lot of things. Chop it up about the industry, chop it up about the streets and the connection therein, especially in Chicago when you talk about rap music and drill music and all that, and the connections that it has to stuff that's actually going down the streets. And I think that right now, we was talking about doing it last week, but I think it worked out perfectly that it happened this week because unfortunately, D-Thing, Lil Durk's brother, got killed this weekend. And it's just, in my opinion, just another example of the music and the streets intersecting in a way that while it has put some people on from the city, it's cost a lot of people their lives in this city. And, I don't know that we have that conversation authentically enough about how the music and the streets intersect in this city, unlike in many, many other cities. I think you're starting to see that thing now. Now that this drill music thing has kind of taken over, you start to see, people in other cities having these beefs through music. But I think here it gets real in a way that people really, really be dying behind these songs. And just a conversation we wanted to have, man. So again, glad you're here to chop it up, man. We truly, truly appreciate it. Got your little man's in the building with you too.
With me all the time, man. Make some money. Say what's up.
What's up?
What's happening, man? How you feeling?
Nothing.
You ate all the candy out there.
No.
Yeah, you ate up all the candy.
I did just my mentality to eat candy.
No, that's what's up. I gotta go. Y'all saw me start we started the show a little bit unorthodox. That is because it's just us here, right? There's nobody else here in the production studio or anything like that. And so y'all might see me go back and forth a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna go over there because I left my phone over there and I want to be able to hop in the comments and stuff like that too. So y'all might see me going back and forth a little bit over there as well.
But just adding context though, outside of Hard Knock being a notable young Chicago rapper, but I think I've known Knock for 13 years now?
That's what's up.
Yeah, 13, maybe a little bit more than that, to be honest with you. So I watched him mature from being a teenager into a young man. I knew him before he had Lil Mason, right?
Right.
And
Yeah, Mason ain't 13.
Yeah. But I just got an affinity for the little brother, right? And I think he got a real story, respectful, but he also the genuine article. You know what I mean? And I think not oftentimes do you get into conversations with people who are really the genuine article, specifically in conversations with people that they trust, that they'll articulate the truth about the experience in a way that's not falsified or that's not made for TV. To just kind of, the truth about how this experience is playing out. And I think we should dive into that conversation. First, I want to get into his music, right? It's up to you. How you want to play this, right? Because I know you opened the door about what happened the other day. We can go straight there if you want to.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's just hop into that, right? I think that when you talk about, a lot of this, street stuff and how it again intersects with the music in Chicago specifically, where drill music was kind of born. And again, you've seen a lot of people being able to feed their families and put people on off of that, but you've also seen a lot of people lose their life behind it, right? And I think that if we can work backwards through this thing, you talk about Dante, you talk about D-Thing getting killed outside of Club O on, was that Sunday night? I think that was Sunday night, maybe Saturday night. Saturday night, Sunday morning. And it's crazy because like this, it just continues to keep on going. If Dirk walked past me right now, I wouldn't shake his hand. I don't want to be nowhere near Dirk right now. It's tragic. G. Everybody the man know and close to just dies. The shit continues and it continues to play out in the music. He had that song he put out not too long ago, like you should call something about you should have ducked, right? Talking about FBG Duck when he got killed. And Dirk made the song You Should Have Ducked, and it was all kind of wild ass shit in there about that. Like, man, once these motherfuckers gone, let it go, right? And I know we do all the Smoking Tuka and O Block and Newski and all that shit, right? But it's like it continues to go on and on and on and on and on. It's like, when do this shit stop, right? When do you stop and say, okay, that's a fucking enough? I'm really hoping that Dirk, being who he is, uses this one as like, yo, nobody's winning this shit, right? Nobody's fucking winning this shit. You losing, whether it's cousins, brothers, friends, you steady fucking losing, and you keep making this fucking music that is really perpetuating this shit. All right, you don't got to come back here and go to Club O, but then your brother do. And then they like, hey, fucking D-Thing in here. Somebody gonna see him, and then somebody gonna want to kill him about this shit. And I think that every time you hear one more of these songs that's talking more about somebody dead homies or somebody dead this and that, I think it just perpetuates the whole thing, and it just continues to spill out into the streets, literally. And I don't know what's going to stop it, but I hope that Dirk uses his platform and his status to say, hey, fuck it, okay? Fuck the whole thing. No more get backs, no more 300, 600, no more 64, 63rd. No, like, fuck that shit, fam. Because ain't nobody fucking winning, G.
I mean, at this point, that shit bigger than him, bro. Like that.
Agreed.
With the beef, like that shit bigger than him. So it's like it's only so much he can say and do that can, like, you know what I'm saying, that can alter what can, like, it's nothing he can do or say that can change the outcome that it can have. Even if Lil Durk probably wouldn't have made that other song that just dropped.
Right.
And like that shit, but it still happened to his brother.
Yeah.
Like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, no matter
it's too much
in the music or not, it's already been bloodshed over years and years and years and years. So now, like, you dissing a motherfucker and you just dissing people and your songs ain't doing nothing but like re-bringing the aggravation back up. Like, this shit is already there. Like, cause he ain't here. This shit, it's a continue war every day in Chicago. He's not here.
Right.
So, like, that shit goes on regardless of him or not. Like, it's a lot of motherfuckers that be getting killed on both sides. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Motherfuckers might not even know of. Like, you might not even hear about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, they ain't that type of name in the music. Like, so it's like he the type of person, he always made that type of music, and that's what feed his people. You know what I'm saying? That's what really feed
100%.
the industry feed off that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the shit be seeming like, yeah, bro, it's because of the music, but this shit, the wars and shit and the beef between each side been way before the music. It just get displayed in music because social media and the industry is involved in the war now because the niggas that's in war and beefing
eating off the shit.
Industry.
Right.
Niggas be on social media, so it looks like, yeah. Oh yeah, he studied rapping about. He studied dissing people. That's what's getting people killed. No, like D-Thing probably would have got, like, if he would have been, because he was lacking. Like that's some lacking shit. Like, you at the end of the day, bro, this is Chicago, bro.
And you know
you at one of those clubs where it's like everybody in the city of Chicago gonna be at these certain clubs.
Both sides.
You can't control who go to
Nah.
these clubs or not. So you know this one of them type of clubs that's gonna be like that in. So you in that motherfucker, you putting yourself in a situation, and that's what he did. He put himself in a situation. A lot of motherfuckers be doing that, and it be seeming like, yeah, Watt the Bam, fool is Watt the Bam. He said this, and he could have did that. He made a diss song, or he put it. No, bro, niggas don't be doing that type. Niggas just be being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And feel like they trying to. That's what's popping right now. Motherfuckers know this song, dissing and controversy makes them get the most views and makes the most money in the industry.
That's true.
Then on top of that, you got labels who be forcing a narrative and telling their artists to make that type of music because they know it's gonna sell.
Also true.
It's like an investment. Like motherfuckers, like you gotta think about it, like, okay, yeah. Like I don't listen to that shit, but like I know like okay, 9 times out of 10, folks. You want to get the streets popping, you want to get more bitches gonna be involved. Bitches like street music, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, all right, you make a song for the bitches. All right, yeah, okay, yeah. The females might fuck with that shit. Yeah, they gonna fuck with it. Okay, yeah, so woo out the band. But if you make a turn dissing ass turn club song,
Right.
you dissing in that all the niggas that all the women be around fuck with, they gonna listen to that shit and it's gonna sell
facts.
because you got the niggas who buying the shit and niggas who off that shit. It's dirt. They gonna non-stop play that shit regardless. For then you got the women who fuck with that shit. Now you got the consistent play because like in the clubs they don't play too much soft shit in the club.
Right.
All that you
Right.
might get a couple love songs out, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get that much. Like in the club, you gotta think about it. For like Atlanta is a motherfucking nightlife city, bro. So like you think of the nightlife as clubs. You gonna make music, they gonna continue to fuck the clubs up in, bro. Like everybody want to be like Chicago in a way, bro. Like everybody want to know
100%.
that image. But shit, when you go to other states and shit, it be just as violent in them other states as it is in Chicago. You just don't hear about it as much because they smaller states and they not known for that shit. Like us, we got the shit put on us where it's like, yeah, that's all we want to talk. When we talk about Chicago, we're not gonna talk about the great things and the good shit that's happening with the band. Because I was just in Houston. 4 motherfuckers got their shit blew down in front of the club in
Yeah,
Houston.
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was just in the A, niggas was getting killed in the A like every.
My cousins got shot down there. My cousin do that, the Icon clothing line.
yeah.
My cousin got shot in Houston last month. They tried to do him in Houston.
It be busting, like
Yeah.
busting everywhere. It's just like we just got the like it's just like we got the light shining on us about that type of shit. But that shit go on everywhere, G. Like it's just niggas be dissing, like niggas be dissing everywhere. It's just
But
like,
it's
that
different.
shit it is different.
It's different in this sense too, though, right? So, Chicago is the 3rd largest city in all of America, right? And even when we start thinking about the violence in Chicago, like it's really not a Chicago issue. It's about a 5 neighborhood issue, 5, 6 neighborhood at best, right? So even in the conversation we was having off air, it's like, man, I got to pass this park, and I got to pass this park, and I got to pass this park, right? And I'm just saying that in the sense that, you know, you go north of North Avenue till you get to where Pappy and all them was at, ain't none of that shit pop. You know what I mean? Or you go south on 95th to, I don't know, to back Woodline or whatever, not Woodline or whatever they call the little neighborhood over there by Halsted. Like you got these pockets where this energy is not just
but
part of it, right?
But you know that's Chicago though. Like you would have one of the worst neighborhoods in the city, and there'd be one block in that neighborhood. That
Facts.
motherfucker nice as hell. Don't nothing happen on that motherfucker. Like no shooting, no robberies, no carjacking.
Right.
no nothing.
But the point I'm making is that the bulk of the issues in our city come from like 5 neighborhoods. So that you think about them 5 neighborhoods per se, and then you compare that to, let's say, in Atlanta. Then you compare that to, let's say, Houston. Then you compare that to, let's say, L.A. or New York or whatever, right? 5 neighborhoods and compared to just putting up these numbers in comparison to a whole city like Houston or a whole city like Atlanta or a whole city like New York, it's different, right? I think the numbers in Inglewood is like 6 out of 10 got a chance of being shot. That's Inglewood. That ain't Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? So just being a resident in Inglewood, you got a 60% chance of getting shot. That shit is insane. You know what I mean? So the concentration of it, and it's just the science of it, not the behaviors that we dealing with. The concentration of it is that this shit happens in poor, Black, and Hispanic neighborhoods. That's it, right? So I got to ask if the shit is, if I'm in Inglewood, let's keep it a buck. If you on the southwest side of Inglewood, some of the borders is Beverly. Ain't none of that shit happening in Beverly.
But I know neighborhoods in Beverly that's cracking like 9-0 in Beverly though. 9-0 that's right 90th and Ashland and Paulina. That's Beverly neighborhood. It was cracking. Niggas get killed over there all the time. Like you know what I'm saying?
Ashland and Paulina, right? You cross over Ashland, your ass is on Charles, right? Which is
Charles, I know niggas from 99th and Charles. I used to be getting into insane GDs right there. 99th and Charles, bro. Like it's, bro, you gotta think about it too, bro. Like It's a lot of shit that be going on with this younger shit, bro. Like, niggas and start this shit and be on neighborhoods and blocks this shit that motherfuckers never know about, bro. There's so many new cliques and new neighborhoods and, like, new blocks. And I'm like, damn, bro, motherfuckers be right there. And they get wild, though, bro. Like, it ain't just like, okay, on the east side big as hell, bro. But you got, like, there been every block and neighborhood over east. Like, you catch a couple, like, pockets where it's like, damn, ain't shit going on over. It's a nice neighborhood. It's a nice block. Well, they got good grass and shit over here, but... Like, you would be amazed, like, the next block, you would be right on this block, you're like, damn, fuck, I'll buy a house right here. Then the next block, motherfuckers getting their shit shot up every day, police smacking that bitch coming down the one-ways, like, even on the low end. Like, I'm from the low end, bro. I'm from the Bronzeville area, bro. Bronzeville look beautiful, man. Like I'm from 35th and Rose, bro, all those gardens, bro. I'll pull up to the hood, bro. I'm talking about white people walking dogs, Chinese people walking, motherfucking, bro. I seen a motherfucker walking a pig down there, bro. I swear to God, bro, on my dead mother's grave, I seen a motherfucker walking a pig, bro. On the low end, bro. Like, what the fuck? You got a pig in Chicago?
That's some club shit right there.
Like,
Where you get the pig from, G?
Now that's gentrification.
But it's like, then, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, you see the brownstones and shit, the buildings and shit around.
Beautiful. It is
shit,
beautiful.
motherfucker.
It's valuable too. It ain't just beautiful.
$120 million
It's valuable.
Damn. Like, this house just appraised for $500 million right here. Like, damn. I mean, they're like, damn, shit. How much they say they want for that motherfucker? Damn, but let's put this little money together real quick, bro. Let's try to get this motherfucker. But, like, it be like that, though, G. Everywhere, all those be like, up north.
You just realized you was on the TV, didn't you?
I know people up north though who, you know what I'm saying, like blocks of shit up north that's like wild as hell. For like I know north suburbs that get wild, south suburbs, west suburbs. Like damn, it's the burbs. This bitch like the trenches, like a third world country around this motherfucker. Niggas selling dope, motherfuckers doing everything you do. You niggas getting killed. It's just like Chicago. It's like it's really fucked up in Chicago, bro. On some real shit. Like it's a beautiful. Like it's, you know, you got your spaces, places that you go to. It's beautiful, but it's like it's a lot. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me to you, bro, like I already want to get the fuck up out this bitch, bro. Like it's like every weekend, bro, somebody dying, bro. Motherfucker getting killed, bro, at the wildest places. Like it used to be like back then, like you hear like niggas getting killed in the hood, or niggas get killed at hood events. So you might hear about motherfucker getting killed at a club. Niggas getting killed in Gucci stores and the DMV, like. Niggas getting killed in front of the door at the club. Like, bro, one of the little guys got killed at the DMV, bro. At the front of the door at the D, bro, he was finna walk, he was at the door, but they finna let him in that bitch. Motherfucker killed him at the DMV, bro. In front of, in Bridgeview, bro. In front of the police, bro. Like, stop doing all that, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just different. Like, this shit way different. Like, it's kind of spooky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't never like, yeah, I'm scared of the streets, go out the band, because niggas, like, I've been in the streets. It's just like, it's spooky for him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta raise my shorty, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we riding past 100 parks, like, damn. Daddy, I want to go to the park. Daddy, there's a park. They want a playground. Like, I can't even I don't even want to feel comfortable popping out to the playground around this motherfucker. Like, niggas get to shooting, you just be, like, random. Like,
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the things that I've been kind of talking about for a little bit of time now, is this idea of, all right, you make your own decisions about how you're going to live, right, and how you're going to move, right? And everybody got their history and their past and moving through the streets or whatnot. But are you conscious of that when you talk about like being with your shorty? Like you talking about, oh, we can't go to that park. We got to pass that park up. We got to go find a different park because of your street affiliations and shit like that. It's like I can't be. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest. Like, see what a lot of people fail to realize.
Pull that mic up a little bit.
My fault. What a lot of people be tweaking on is like once the people get a certain age and they feel like they ain't been in the streets, they be somehow forgetting about the past.
Right.
And even if like you ain't been on shit, like sometimes you be guilty by not even your affiliation, but where you from. Like you can just be from this block. Like niggas always knew you from that block. Like, but you ain't never been involved. They know for a fact you never been involved, but they feel like shit. Oh yeah, if I shoot shorty,
that's a point.
I can't catch nobody. I can't catch these other niggas. But if I kill him, that's gonna hurt them.
Right.
That's gonna bring them outside. They gonna have to come to the funeral. They gonna be hurt. So motherfuckers do shit like that. Like niggas be shooting. Like niggas be killing kids and shit, bro. Like it be next level. But what a lot of people be failing to realize too, for a lot of these kids be killing motherfuckers. Like a lot of these shorties be 13, 14 years old. Jumping off the Mason, what are you doing? A lot of these kids be 12, 13, 14 years old, jumping off the porch, getting down. So when the motherfucker like catch one of they little ass and something happened to him, the people like, oh my God, he was just a kid, he was a good guy.
Stay from over there. Don't go back there. You're gonna trip them cords and knock over everything. You can walk around, just don't walk back there.
Walk this way. So you know what I'm saying? People be like, oh my God, he was just a kid. Shorty little ass was out here killing people, bro. He was out here splacking shit. Like real talk. They be out here, they be like that though.
Then they be on the news like, oh yeah, how you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it be looking like that to a lot of people. But it'd be a lot of outside looking in shit, cause like a lot of people, like even me, like I'm older now. Like, I don't even be knowing 100% what's going on. Like,
Right.
I be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was wild. I would have never did no shit like that when I was that age.
Right.
Like, I would never into that type of shit when I was that young. But, like, shit, that's what be going
Yeah,
on.
they
You just
into
gotta-
they
you
into
really
all
gotta
kind of different
adapt.
kind of stuff now.
You got to adapt and be conscious of what you doing and where you at all times and move for your kids. Because it's like I'd be like, we'll be certain places. Like, and then my girl like, yeah, we finna just stop right here and get some gas. Like, I don't want to stop. I don't feel comfortable stopping right here because anything might happen right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it might not even be a neighborhood where, like, I done been into it with a motherfucker
Right.
before. It like just be some hot, wild ass neighborhood. Like, I just don't feel comfortable stopping right here. Or like, motherfuckers wanna like pull to, like, yeah, but we in like little neighborhoods on the low end, like the little mall right there on 47 and Woodlawn. Like, I don't just feel comfortable like going to really no stores on the low for real, cause it's like anybody can see me. Like, I ain't been involved in a lot of shit, but like, you know what I'm saying? For our rap, for my the guys be into it, we be into it with motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? There be a lot of shit going on, so it's like I'm not finna put myself in a situation, let alone put my kids and my girl in a situation. It's like it's 100 places we can go to all over this motherfucker. That's safe. That's straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That we got a better chance of not seeing motherfuckers. Why go right to the, you know what I'm saying, to the hot zone? Like, be shit like that. People be putting themselves in those situations, not thinking just like, yeah, man, fuck that. I ain't been in this shit. I'm grown to say I can do what I want to do. No, bro. You have a history. You affiliated with them niggas. About the bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it just be like that, bro. Like, you from over there.
I thought you was finna color with these crayons.
You driving me crazy. You want to fight?
I don't.
Come over here and color with these crayons.
I don't.
You done?
Mason, I need you to do me a favor, man. I need you to come sit down, bro. Until we finish, man. Come use the phone, man. Call JoJo or Jay, man. Huh?
Yeah, but I hear all that. And I know there's an emphasis put on the violence in Chicago right now because of the visibility, right? And from a sheer number standpoint, like my youth was more violent than both of y'all, right? Mason, get from over there.
Come over there, man. Why you keep walking over there? Why you being hard headed?
But we was having a conversation outside too, and he was saying, you know, social media is like flaming, fueling the flame.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
for sure.
And not only just that, but there was also like a code of ethics when I was a shorty. Like I remember distinct times, right? Because I from neighborhood too, right? And I remember specific incidents where people be like, hey, this finna happen, and you ain't on this, so move around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you don't get those kind of warnings and people looking out like that. No
It was
more.
a code of ethics, though,
Right.
in general. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Not to say I fully escaped, whatever.
Right.
But there still was like a code of ethics, right? And when you think about social media, and when you think about the energy of the day, and when you think about the levels of poverty too, right? So back in my era, the guy who was the man in the hood was the dude who was getting the most money.
For sure.
That was the man. You know what I mean? And most times, the dude who's the man who's getting the most money damn sure wasn't involving himself in no violence. You know what I mean? Because that would have messed up his business. You know what I mean? So I think what happens today, though, and this is just my assumption. One, I think that the street game don't really provide the money like it used to when I was a shorty. It just from my viewpoint. From the outside looking in, it don't look like it's that kind of money.
I feel it's there. It's just it's you got options of what type of money you can get. You know what I'm saying? When you in the streets, because you like now like you got the scam game, and that's part of the streets, because shit, a lot of street motherfuckers do it.
Yeah.
So it's like you got an option of how you gonna get your money. Either you gonna stay your ass, you know what I'm saying, the work route. You gonna sell your drugs, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna scam. And the scam money be a lot quicker than, you know what I'm saying, the drugs. And on top of that, for motherfuckers, like everybody be in their phone all day, 24/7. Like everybody feel like that motherfuckers feel like they more comfortable with working on their phone and going through their phone, finessing and shit, and racking their brain and doing that shit on the phone, than really sitting right there physically having to build clientele and get this person to come do out the bam. So it's like people, like how we look at it, like, man, these little niggas don't understand that shit. They just get their money a different way, you know what I'm saying? And then when they be getting their shit, it come in large lump sums of that shit, so motherfuckers really don't cherish it. You blow that shit. You bust a move, you get 20 racks, you know what I'm saying? You never had shit, you blowing that shit. It's my first time seeing 20. I'm finna, more than like niggas that's hustling, like, you know what I'm saying? You really working for that shit, you slaving for that shit. So when you get your 20, like, I'm not finna spend my 20 on that bullshit, bro. I need this, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna buy my little bits and pieces and, you know what I'm saying, do what I do and keep, you know what I'm saying, work some more shit. So that what it be seeming like, you know what I'm saying? But it don't really be, it don't really be about, like, the money until you start getting the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you younger, when you that age, when you young, like, people don't see the vision of, like, the necessity of you know what I'm saying, being on your shit, getting some bread, bro, having some bread. Because it's like, once you start getting bread and shit, like, you notice, like, all the unnecessary shit, like, how niggas be fake as hell, how bitches be fake as hell, how, like, you got to consistently pay bills, you got to take care of motherfuckers start begging more, bro. You got more shit that you want to get once you start getting money, and you got to keep that shit up. So you gonna always want to keep that shit. You're not finna let no other motherfucker jeopardize your money source, you know what I'm saying? So that's when you start realizing, once you start getting a little older. But when you young, like, nigga, when we was young, like, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to play basketball. Then we started transitioning. Like, all right, okay, we wanted to get in the streets. We got in the streets. We want to hustle a little bit. But shit, niggas ain't finna keep trying to fuck with us. So we finna start fighting. Okay, after we get the fight, we finna start clapping motherfuckers. So that's what it was. The transition of being in the streets turned to. So once the motherfuckers started putting a foundation on, it was like, it wasn't like we had motherfuckers in front ahead of us, like, knock, bro, you got to get this money, bro, stack. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like even now, like that's why I feel like, okay, it's like a gift and a curse, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, here saying she said, because like even now, like shorty, like motherfuckers are so blessed to have that social media shit. Because you got to think about it, like, a lot of motherfuckers ain't know about stocks and bonds and really, like, you know what I'm saying, and investing and shit. Like, so many motherfuckers be talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all this shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like, people be more hip to that shit now because it's like, it's there right in your face. Like, you get on Instagram, a motherfucker might pop up in your shit showing you ways to make some money for real, bro. And all you gotta do is have your phone. And you motherfucker look up, you do that shit while you look up, you got that shit in your, you know what I'm saying? You learn how to do shit easy. Like even with the hoopers. Like look back in the day when I was a shorty, like you had to really have a motherfucker support you to spend that bread or you to go to these camps so you can know all these drills. You can get on Instagram now and learn all the drills the ALU teaching you just by watching one motherfucker on that bitch. Like, okay, I'm finna study this. You study on one nigga page, go out there, okay, I got some cones. I'm on the basketball, go put some cones. Now you doing the drills they got. Okay, yeah, that's exactly how they did. You learning that shit easier. Like you got Lethal Shooter on there. He teaches you shooting drills and shit on the basketball. That shit that we didn't have when we were short. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got motivation like niggas like Kobe Bryant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see Kobe Bryant's journey. Like, motherfuckers couldn't see Michael Jordan's journey. Like, when I was a shorty, like, I seen the games I seen, but I used to be hearing about the shit. Like, Mike did this to Pippen. Mike did this to woo out the band. Woo. Like, motherfuckers really getting her like Kobe Bryant is every game. Kobe Bryant this and watch everything and study Kobe. Kobe Bryant mentality. Woo, the mama mentality. Like, damn, that's how you got to be if you want to win. Now, I can learn that young without even having to make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like the difference now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do that take some of that drive away though? Like growing up, we had to like go get the shit. Like everything wasn't brought to you. Everything wasn't accessible right there at the push of a button. You know what I mean? And it kind of made you have to go out and get that shit, whether it was hooping, whether it was streets, whatever it was, right? And I think that now you kind of got a little bit of a situation where nobody really even know how to go get to it, right? If it ain't brought to me, I don't even know how to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Even though we live in the information age, all that shit you said is true. We live in a great age of information, but I feel like motherfuckers is dumber than ever.
Yeah, motherfuckers are. But the difference is, right, like, all right, the information that we had to go and get back in the day that we didn't know about is already there for us now. So it's like, all right, okay, instead of us having to go through the trials and tribulations, yeah, like that should be, that's what makes some people, but some people might just need the information they need to just go, like, all right, some people, like back in the day, like a lot of motherfuckers ain't had no mother and father that's teaching us to push. Like we just had, some people just had lucky coaches. Some niggas just dropped out because niggas ain't had nobody to look up to them. Niggas ain't know the mentality you had to win because motherfuckers so used to losing, bro. Like now you can see like Kobe Bryant. It's like, I use Kobe Bryant a lot because Kobe Bryant showed me a lot of shit. Even now, after he passed away, like me just going back, looking at all the shit, like hearing about the stories motherfuckers be saying about him, like what he used to be telling motherfuckers, the shit he used to be doing is like, maybe if I had some footage like that to watch when I was younger and I was hooping and shit when I was raw as hell, maybe I really would have, like, okay, yeah, that's what I got to do. I want to be like Kobe. I'm finna go be like Kobe. Kobe was a winner. He 5 championship. He's a legend. Woo. I'm going to go in that bitch, go crazy, go in the gym and work out here. I might have worked out more. I might have did more. You know what I'm saying? But like if I ain't got no push, I don't know what I'm looking forward to. Like that's like even with the rap game. Like it's so many loopholes in the music that niggas don't be knowing about that can help you get your career to the next level or even make money off this shit. It be niggas in Chicago who be in that position to show you that shit and help you, but they'll never do that shit if it ain't benefiting them.
Right.
So like you will never know.
But I was making a completely different argument though, right? So
Mason.
when I was 15, I got in trouble, had to move to Iowa. right? So I'm in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I don't know what the black population was, but put in perspective, it was like 7 black people in my school. You know what I mean? That there was one area in the town called the Southeast Side where all the black people in all of Iowa live. You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, some of the most dangerous activities I ever been involved in was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, right? And the reason why the shit was so dangerous was because their idea of tough came from watching Boys in the Hood or some shit, right? It wasn't innate to the community. It wasn't like Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Right.
You know what I mean? The cost of living here, you can work at Hardee's or McDonald's and live.
Right.
You can survive. Right? So me coming from the south side of Chicago, ingratiated in the neighborhood in the way I was ingratiated, like I was an involved nigga. I wasn't just there. You know what I mean? So to come here and see the behaviors here, and being quite honest, like I was afraid of this shit because it was not rational. You understand?
Motherfuckers just really trying to be O-Dog.
They really think this shit happened like it happened on TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they think you blow a motherfucker down and somebody gonna yell cut and they get off the ground. It don't happen like that. You know what I mean? I was 15 when I went to Cedar Rapids, so by the time this is Chicago. So by the time I was 15, I had seen people die in the streets for real. So to be playing the way they was playing wasn't comfortable for me. You know what I mean? And when I look at it now from hindsight being 2020 and looking back, and specifically because I've aged out of this energy.
True.
Right? But just like I was telling you, I got a 15-year-old son now. And it's a different level of fear because I'm worried about what's happening to him. Right? But going back to social media, basically the same impact, let's say, the movies might have had on a community like Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah.
Right? So when we were just having this conversation. Whenever somebody presents themselves on social media, they present them in their best light. Right? Now, one, what the fuck is their best light? And what are we being attracted to? Right? What are we valuing at this point? Right? Is my best light because I got a lot of money? Is that what makes me valuable? Is my best light because I'm a shooter, so now motherfuckers is scared of me? Is that an energy that motherfuckers is buying into? I think it is at some level, both of them energies. But I think that how do we shift the energy? So I was going to ask you the question outside, like, there's a conversation of reparations happening, right? They passed a BS bill in Evanston about reparations for some homeowners. You heard reparations being part of the conversation on the presidential debate stage this year, this last year. Would an influx of money into these communities create a resolve for some of this energy? Would it fix some of this energy?
Yeah, I think it would, but the only thing that'd be tough for me about those type of questions, right? It'd be like, we can say that, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like money can help the violence and shit, or help motherfuckers probably stop some of the beats, but who's to say it's not gonna stop everybody though, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we probably can catch a few people, you know what I'm saying, and draw a few people in, but it's all off what you show a person. Like a lot of people not gonna just off GP jump with it. Like people have money, like, yeah, you will catch your tools and fuels, so yeah, I can make this amount of money and watch the band. Yeah, you can. Woo. But you got certain people who not really, like, there's a lot of money around right now. Like a lot of niggas got money right now. Like a lot of shorties got money right now just off just doing a little scam and shit and all the little fraud shit and just been popping off and just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like a lot of motherfuckers don't know the worth of working. You know what I'm saying? So if we come together and put something together where it's like we showing people that you can make, you know what I'm saying, a large amount of money or make a decent amount of money, you know what I'm saying, doing some shit like construction or demolition or agriculture, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can help your tools and fuse and maybe they can help tools and fuse. But like far as like me, honestly, like we can help the whole city just die down and all that shit is impossible, bro. And that's just me being realistic, because it's like it's so much shit that's been embedded in this shit and been busting. There's so much blood that been shed all over the city. It's like you got generations and generations and niggas that like so many different personalities and minds that everybody not go. It's not no structure, bro. It's not no one person. I don't really know no neighborhood where it's like one nigga the chief of the neighborhood or one old head still got it for everybody. Don't nobody go off that shit. Nobody trying to hit that shit, bro. Like this is real talk. Me being locked in and me still just knowing motherfuckers and being around, bro. Like all that old head shit, bro. Like that shit is out the window, bro.
Why?
Because motherfuckers don't respect that shit. A lot of old heads been off the scene for a long ass time, or been in jail, or haven't did shit for nobody knowing something around. Like you gotta understand, like niggas be looking at it like.
But hold up though, we gonna.
I feel I feel what you're saying.
Right, so you saying ain't no old heads been around. This niggas locked up, just that and third, right?
Yeah.
And I only say this because I know you respect me.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a different energy between me and you. I'm speaking on far as like the youth. I'm speaking on far as me being around the youth and understanding, having these conversations with my younger guys and understand like this to understand this how they think. Like they motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers be that's how motherfuckers think. Like so you gotta think like, all right, okay, say a nigga had it for this specific neighborhood back then. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now a lot of these shorties be shorties, bro. Like real life. Like I'm 31. A lot of these shows, when I was super locked in 100%, 10 toes down and shit, like I was, you know, so just starting off 14, 15, 16, these niggas was babies. So it's like when I was getting at 21 and all that shit, these niggas was like 11 years old. So it's like these, especially when back in the day, like they don't know a lot of they ass. So it's like motherfuckers be coming home trying to stand on shit. A lot of these shorties done put in a lot of work now. Like, did a lot of wild shit. Ain't been no structure. Ain't been no respect. You know what I'm saying? So for a motherfucker to be coming home and be like, yeah, bro, we finna do this without the band to a person like that. They don't know you. So it's like, it should be that respect because that's how shit should be, but it ain't the same level how it used to be. So they looking at the motherfucker like, who is dude? Dude ain't finna watch the band. Woo, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Then the motherfucker, that turned from, how you not gonna respect me? I'm big, dog. I've been doing this shit without the band. You know, older, you know how that shit be for you. You feel disrespected. You feel like, man, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is you, shorty? Woo, woo. Now he thinking like, man, everybody tell me, like, man, you tweaking that. Woo, woo. Now he feel like I'm finna smoke his ass. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's the right thing to do, but that's how shorties think. Like, I'm finna get his ass off there before he can send some motherfuckers my way. They gonna have to get up with me later. Then 9 times out of 10, shorty not gonna be by herself. It's gonna be like, yeah, bro, woo, we got big bro coming through. He gonna send these niggas through out the band. It's a whole neighborhood of shorties who get wild. Like you gotta think about it. Like back then it'd be like 10 motherfuckers out that 10, for probably 3 of them probably play with guns or some shit out that 3, like, you know what I'm saying? 1 or 2 of them motherfuckers probably might be real killers or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you got like 20, 30 motherfuckers out of 30 motherfuckers, like 15, 16, 17 of theirs got bodies. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers done killed somebody or some shit or tried to kill a motherfucker or some shit. So motherfuckers like, that dude come on. I'm not trying to hit that dude. Not finna get up on me. I don't know this old ass nigga. Ooh, that's how that shit be. Not saying that shit right. Not saying that's the right way of thinking, but that's how motherfuckers think. Then on top of that, you gotta think motherfuckers coming home from jail. Niggas be big as hell. These niggas be kids, bro. Niggas be 15, 16, 17 years old. Bodies little as hell. 4 niggas come home from joints, swole as hell, tough as hell. You know how that shit be if niggas that be coming home from the jail for talking to a motherfucker who they feel like don't respect them and they younger and they need to know this. Niggas don't be trying to hear that shit. And then that be the difference, but that be the reason why. Like, older motherfuckers gotta understand that shit too. When motherfuckers be coming home trying to lay down their foundation, like, yeah, them little niggas gonna get in line and what's gonna be that. Like, bro, you gonna have issues too, bro. Cause just like how you thinking y'all got 100, I got hundreds of niggas coming through, bro. Little for them got, they like 50, 60 deep. Little for them got choppers and switches and 50s and 30s and all types of shit. And little for them really be outside stalking all day, every day. All day, they ain't got shit else to do. That's what these little niggas do. Ride around stealing cars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about, I'm just talking about general, right? That's what shorties do. They ride around. Stealing cars, clapping motherfuckers doing what they do, folks. So just, you know what I'm saying, you gonna come home, you ain't been out, you really don't know the streets how you used to know the streets, because the shit different. You gonna come home, movie, you talking your shit, and the motherfucker see you trying to kick it with your family. Like, these little niggas don't get no fuck about that. Yeah, you out with your mama, you out with your family, they just be ducking. So that'd be a lot of shit with the older guys, too. Motherfuckers gotta understand. I'm just saying, motherfuckers gotta understand, like, you gotta watch how you be speaking to motherfuckers, too. Like, it don't coincide, but it'd be hard to even try to bring that shit together, because it'd be like, these little niggas be so like the gap in the generation be so big, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, man, so like, you motherfuckers went to jail 20, 30 years. Like, to come home and be trying to put some shit together, it'd be tough to get motherfuckers listen. Like, you don't be want to even invest your, I did 30 years in jail, bro. You think I'm finna come home wasting my time speaking to motherfuckers all the time just while the band niggas don't want to listen? Then you looking up, now motherfuckers trying to, yeah, he's a gang chief, what the bam. Now you looking up, you getting booked for a conspiracy for you trying to do some positive shit. It's just that's how that Chicago said, bro. That shit's a crab in the barrel, bro. You just gotta. I'm at a point in my life, bro. I'm ready to fuck on from this motherfucker. Like, I don't want to bring back to the community. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still want to do them programs and shit like the shit like the agriculture, you know what I'm saying, like the construction shit and all that shit, bro. Like, but I don't really want to raise my kids in Chicago. My son, my daughter don't stay here, but I don't really want to raise my son here, bro.
But I think, again, I'm trying to get to like a shift in energy, right? And I think the difference is, not the difference, but now it's a difference. It's a glaring difference. Even when I ask you the question, I think that being or seeing men in our community is such a rarity that we only associate masculine power with cats in the streets.
But shit, you trying to relay a message to street people.
You give a fuck.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. You gotta understand, like from the street, a younger street mindset. From like a perfect, just think like Bob got the millions.
What you gotta do, Bob?
Well, whatever.
Tucson to you.
But you gotta understand, bro. That you speaking to me, I got a totally different mindset than half of the people we trying to.
At 31.
Yeah,
But I ain't meet you at 31, Negro.
We talking at 31. We talking now.
No. We're still talking at 31. And there's a reason why we're still talking at 31.
You gotta this what I was finna say too. My fault. That's what I was finna say too. Like, that's why I brought up the Bob shit.
Okay.
So we trying to put something together, right? You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, like, I know you. You know what I'm saying? I got history with you, so I know your back. I know you. Like, you came from the streets, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You weren't 100% tight in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fast like the shit that a lot of motherfuckers be into, but you from the streets, bro. Like, we got ties. You a real good dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't just be fucking with street niggas. I fuck with a lot of people. But like, from a shorty's stance, man, like, you trying to show motherfuckers something. Or you trying to teach a motherfucker something, like, and get a motherfucker to direct the energy another way outside the streets. A lot of motherfuckers be thinking, like, who is you to try to tell me something you haven't been through what I've been through? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers just be trying to give a helping hand, but not from that part of the, you know what I'm saying, not from where they from. So a lot of these shorties be directing that energy, like, who the fuck is you to even, you know what I'm saying, to even try to be speaking to me about this type of shit and you haven't been for what I've been. So that's why that's why I came in a lot of places when I was working with that type of shit.
A lot of times, motherfuckers don't show up authentically though. You know what I mean? And they don't show up like you got to lead with love. You can't just the first thing out your mouth can't be, "Hey, pull your pants up." Don't talk like this. Like, first of all, you don't even know me or shit about me, so don't come at me like that.
Exactly.
But if you show up with love. And consistent love though, because motherfuckers is used to people coming in their life, leaving. They expect the motherfucker to come in and come right back out, and so it kind of take them a while to even open up to you, to even think that you somebody who even give a fuck in a real way. But once you show them that, then they more likely to listen. Then you can kind of start giving them advice on other shit. I think a lot of times people show up day one trying to give people advice about something that, you know what I mean?
You ain't try to get to know them.
Right, exactly. You come in judging and that don't work for nobody.
But the judgment goes both ways, though.
Yeah.
True.
Right?
That's why the
youngers is
like,
judging and the old heads is
dude
judging.
don't know me, I don't just off him.
And that's part of the disconnect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we essentially got 3 generations in here, right? Essentially, right? And I'm the eldest, and we can go get my daddy's generation or the generation before that. The story really ain't all that different. Like, now, when you experiencing it, you might see it from one perspective. Great example. I hung out this weekend. My girl just got a crib downtown, right? So we walking downtown. And I'm not thinking about this in the moment, but I'm looking up and I'm saying, damn, these buildings is big because you're in the midst of them. Then I go to her crib and she's in the penthouse crib, and now you looking down on them buildings that was so big just a minute ago. The perspective is different. The buildings ain't changed. Just the perspective has changed.
That's it.
Right? That's it. So when we do stuff like count the numbers, like the median net worth, the median income for black households with dual income earners, with both people making money, is less than $50,000, less than $59,000. So that means that both parties is making $30,000. That's at the 50% level. So that means that 49% people is lower than that. Now this is today, right? If everybody in the house is only making $30,000 and we know what it costs to live in Chicago, you struggling. And that's 50% of our population's experience, right? And if we go to probably 70%, it ain't too much better.
And furthermore, 70% don't even have dual income households.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what that means is the vast majority of us is steeped in this experience. And the experience is pretty much the same goddamn experience, right? It might get more aggressive at one level, or you might feel it's more aggressive. And I'm gonna say it in this way. Crack hit the community in late 70s, early 80s. Crack ain't really a thing out here today. Right? I don't even know if you old enough to really know what crack was like when crack was crack.
Boy, my mama was a crackhead.
But I'm saying, you hear what I'm saying though? When it hit the community and everybody was
where you had lines of people lining up for,
or when my daddy and them was coming home from the war and heroin was what heroin was. You know what I mean?
You know, I grew up with 35 out of West.
I get it.
Bitch with the car.
I get it, but it's a certain impact. You know what I mean? So every one of them stages had a certain kind of impact.
Yeah,
so everybody's experience was like, in the midst of that experience, it's like, man, this is crazy. Ain't nobody ever lived it like this. Ain't nobody ever had it did like this. when I have conversations with shorties, one of the conversations that always comes up is just what you said. You don't know my experience. But truthfully, shorty, you don't know my experience. You don't know what I've been through. And I'm 45 and you 14. So whatever my experience was, I made it this far. You ain't made it this far.
I done been 14 before. You ain't never
I've
been
been
45.
14 before. You ain't been 45 before. So some information here that you ain't got. You know what I mean? And the way I try to communicate to the younger guys is in that manner. It's something to be gathered here. It's something to be learned here. But when I get to the core of the existence of today's shorties, I think there is a mental shift that's happening. Because I could go back to my day and all the same energy existed, but it almost existed with a goal in mind. I'm going to do this, this, and this to get to this. Even if it means I got to murder somebody, it's to get to this goal. And that goal usually wasn't backed by ego or fame or notoriety. Today, I don't know if that's the same. Today, it kind of feels like I want to be known as the shooter.
But let me ask you this question though. This is somebody I had another conversation with one of my older guys earlier. No, what if y'all had social media back in y'all day? And y'all know it was like people be like, yeah, bro, niggas was flashy as fuck back in y'all day. Like niggas big ass go right. I got me a little bro,
Same
big
thing.
ass. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas used to be outrageous. So what if y'all had social media back in the day?
Yeah, I told him last week, my first car was a Cutlass with Billups and a Billups steering wheel, rims and steering wheel. Right? Because I wanted to be just like every big dope boy I knew. I wanted that car. That car got stolen from me 6 damn times. So it was the kind of car to have on the streets. No difference. Now I'm going to get, this is back again, 2020 hindsight, right? Looking back. As an adult man, I say to myself, everybody in my mama told me not to get that Cutlass. Not because it wasn't the car that I wanted, because they knew everybody in mama also wanted it. Right? But my value was steeped in being like these guys.
Exactly.
Right? Same thing social media does, right? I'm attached to an idea. And now, I'm saying it was a sickness for me to do the same shit. I ain't saying it was right. I wanted to be that kind of guy. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that, again, you said it. Social media makes it one neighborhood. Everybody know everybody. Everybody's ingratiated in everybody else's life. But the problem is the value says still. I just want things at all costs. I want to be, and part of our existence as black human beings, let alone black men, is that we don't get valued in the human or the American paradigm. So it's like whatever I can do in here to feel value. If, what's the dirt conversation? I'm from 63rd, not from 64th. Motherfucker, that's a block away. How different are you? How different is your experience? Right? You legitimately live one block from me. Your experience ain't no different than my experience. Whatever. It can't be different. It can't be. Right? But we creating these false ideas of value and chasing that shit. Now, I hear what you're saying, because it's a repetitive cycle. Right? But I'm also saying that repetitive cycle is rooted in not valuing ourselves. And I'm saying the same shit I was going through was the same. It's the same reason. Now, again, no social media, so it's not that triple impact.
It ain't like it's globally seen. Like,
Right.
Cause like I ain't gonna lie, some of the most disrespectful people I remember before in my life, like yo, on some
that's real.
gangbang and shit. Oh my god, bro! Like still to this day. So it's like what I be trying to just put my feet on sometimes. Like I just see how disrespectful people are in social media today. Like just period. Like the kids. Like not even just the kids. Like people. Back in the day, motherfuckers was damn near just as disrespectful, not as much. So if they had social media I feel like it'd be like the same. I feel like if not worse. Why? Because you had bigger features into like bigger people in play. You know what I'm saying? Like in the street shit. But like far as like niggas would be, you would see a lot of motherfuckers getting fucked up far as like inside organizations, because niggas would be fronting they move like, yeah, we want the band fronting they move on social media, like telling shit they weren't supposed to be telling, because niggas wasn't playing that shit back in the day. But it'd be a lot of goofy shit going on, like back that's like it is now with the social media. A lot of this and shit. A lot of motherfuckers. Yeah, we doing this, that file, Huck Kellogg. You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit be back in the day.
I think to your same point though, I agree with you. I think to your same point, I think really what social media is doing, as much as it is like adding to the crime or whatever, I think more so than that, it's just exposing the crime, right?
See the shit.
I don't necessarily think that it's a lot more crime in 2021 than it was in 1981. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the statistics would tell you that that's not the case, right? Same amount of people who got killed in 81 as gonna get killed in 21, right? In this city. I think that you're more aware of it now. And some of it is born on social media, but I agree with you. I don't think that, like, if social media was prevalent 80s, early 90s, I think you would see some of the same shit. I think you would see some of these same beats play out on the internet.
I think it exposes something totally different than all of that, though. I think it exposes the lack of manhood in our communities. That's what I think.
Manhood, the
Agreed.
Right.
It exposes depression. It exposes
All of that. But I don't think that it wasn't that this element didn't exist in our community.
Sure.
Right? So my daddy's household, my uncle was a street nigga, full out hustling, full out. And my daddy was not. My uncle bring that shit around his mama house when my daddy was there. My uncle got a goddamn problem.
Right.
Now, my daddy wasn't the street guy.
Right.
But my uncle, who's the street guy, bring that shit around my daddy's mama's house.
Right.
While my daddy's there, my uncle has a problem. You understand me? So, and that's what I'm trying to articulate.
No, I feel you.
Right? When there's a man in the room, again, and I count myself to be a man. I don't count myself to be no street nigga. I've had street experiences. But I'm a man. Right? Now, some of my closest friends are flat out street niggas. But I'm a man, and they respect me as a man. Exactly. Right? So, just like you said with the young money, young guys, I've been in situations around my house where just because of the way I carry myself in the energy of my neighborhood, I can pull some of their cars on some of the shit that's happening just because of how they see me operate in the neighborhood. There's not very many of me, right? So the balance is out of whack. That's my argument. The balance is out of whack.
I agree.
When I look at our communities, it's not no whole host of motherfuckers that's running around here acting crazy and doing crime. Not in context of the numbers of
the
people.
whole, right.
You know what I mean? But it's being overrun, or it has allowed a microphone because no one else is standing there to debate it or to talk against it or to be the balanced side to it.
Agreed.
So again, just perspective, and I'm using my father because it just makes more sense to me. In context, when my father died, at his funeral, you got dignitaries and you got the streets. Because there was a level of respect for him and the position he carried. I would have to assume that when I transition, my life is going to be very similar. You know what I mean? But where are the rest of us? Where is the balance at? Because until we change our value sets, I hear you saying, man, I want to get out of here, right? Because I'm raising Mason, right? But I'm raising Eric too. You know what I mean? And not that I want better for both of them. And everybody don't got the option to move around. You know what I mean? So if everybody don't got the option to move around, are we just going to succumb to the energy? Or are we going to dictate the energy? Because we got that power. Even when we talk about social media don't operate by itself. Them is people pushing them goddamn buttons. So it's something wrong with the people, not the platform. Because you could use that for you could use it for shedding information about intellect. You just said about the basketball shit. Right, I want to learn this drill. You could use it however you want to use it, but it's being used in a manner to degrade and disrespect, and that's coming from us internally. That ain't coming from the goddamn buttons on the computer. You know what I mean? So we got to look beyond the buttons on the computer, and how do we get to that part of the spirit? How do we fix that part of the spirit? You know what I mean? And again, it's not just you. And I'm saying this. I've had conversations with grown men. It's a brother, and this is not a knock on the brother at all. But the brother he's an author. He's written several books about gang life in Chicago, right? And he was on a radio show, and they asked him, they said, what would change the behavior of the energy of the young fellas in our communities? And he had a conversation about returning citizens, and, you know, the only people who can kind of dictate that energy is the old gangster class. And I was fully opposed to that.
Yeah, I disagree.
Right? I was fully opposed to that. But what he was saying, because they represent that black masculine warrior energy. But what I'm saying is, why the fuck you got to wave that flag to represent black masculine warrior energy? That don't dictate black masculine warrior energy. You know what I'm saying? I go to the mat with anybody, but I go to the mat for love first. You know what I mean? So I just want us to think different.
Yeah, I think that you got a lot of like grown people that's scared of 15-year-old kids and shit. And it's like, all right, they wilding, right? And they shooters, but that's not an excuse. Put those back in that box. Mason, put those crayons back in that box. Put the
Mason
crayons
got
back
his
in the
own
box.
I be feeling like a lot of older people be contradicting themselves too, bro. Like a lot of people be pointing the finger at younger motherfuckers, acting like they never did that type of shit before. Like, cause it
When
be
you
a
put the
certain
crayons
level,
back
it
in
be
the
a
box,
certain
you
level.
get the
Like,
headphones back.
maybe a motherfucker be feel like I haven't did it to that level, but people be pointing a finger at people about certain shit, like, you know what I'm saying, and they really like it'll be older, like an older motherfucker. This nigga one of the biggest gangbangers in the world. All time, man. He old, retired and shit out the band. He see a motherfucker. This nigga that got 12 murders. He came home from a murder. These little niggas is going crazy out here, bro. Like, that's really like you contradicting yourself, bro. Like you done did all type of shit, bro. Like, then there be a lot of older motherfuckers who, instead of motherfuckers trying to lend a hand or try to figure out a plan to better the situation, because a lot of the situations caused because the gap in our generation and like the spacing, like older motherfuckers feel like, man, I'm not fucking with shorty and them, they ass too hot, and younger motherfuckers like, I ain't fucking with them old scary ass niggas, who they ass ain't trying to help me, they trying to tell me what to do type shit. So a motherfucker put something together where it's like, yeah, we helping each other out, then it be like, cause like not just like I gotta fuck with you just cause I'm helping you, nah, bro, but it's like put situations together to show a motherfucker a better way than doing that shit. That's like telling a motherfucker, yeah, bro, we making $1 million over here at this store. But you ain't showing a motherfucker how you making $1 million.
right.
You
How
just
to get a
telling a
stove.
motherfucker y'all making $1 million.
Right.
Like, yeah, okay, it's $1 million in that bitch. Like,
Right.
but you ain't showing a motherfucker like, yeah, bro, we doing this, bro. You know what the bitch.
Right. Now I'm just gonna run up in there.
I was just working with some of my older guys. Now we supposed to put this program together with the nigga Arnie Duncan folk. Nah, it was supposed to be a lot of money involved in this shit. Now we was finna start this little construction program, right? Now how we was doing it, you know what I'm saying? We was finna find like this Arnie Duncan though, you know what I'm saying? So he got access to a lot of shit. We was finna, you know what I'm saying, like get a lot of little properties and shit.
Yeah.
But we can do this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Get some properties and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the program kicked off, you know what I'm saying? Like hire shorties and shit, and be getting shorties like paid like for like a week or two, like $750 to $1,500 every week or every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna be enough money around to do this shit. So I started, you know what I'm saying? Me, which I shouldn't have did though. I feel like I shouldn't have did, but I was just trying to see how it was. You know what I'm saying? So I went on my social media and I'm like, man, if I started a program to do construction to get motherfuckers off the streets and stop the violence in the street, you know what I'm saying? Where people getting paid anywhere between $750 and $1,500 a week or two, you know what I'm saying? And be doing demolition and taking up classes to, you know what I'm saying, to do the construction shit. Man, I swear to God, my shit was busting, bro. I'm talking like 100 people. 100. I'm not even.
They need opportunities. They want opportunities.
So these people, these shorties and everything, like 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, like, you know what I'm saying? People reaching out to me. So it's like that's what I was telling my homie, like, man, people would be willing to do it. Like, a lot of motherfuckers will get out this shit because people don't want to be in this shit forever, bro. You got to think about it. Niggas be stuck in the activities in the hood and gangbang in the hood because motherfuckers still live. Their parents might still, you live with your parents, you young as hell, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. You ain't fending for yourself. You living with your OG. This the area. You don't want to sit in the crib, you go outside, the guys outside, motherfuckers, you turn to what you know what I'm saying, what's around you. So it's like a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people, bro. Like I can damn near tell you for like 85-90% of the motherfuckers shorties that's in this shit don't want to be in this shit.
Motherfuckers don't want to wake up and dodge the grave and the prison every day.
They ain't got no motherfucker helping them. They ain't got no older guys showing them no way. They ain't got no mentors like I had mentors and shit. Y'all was my mentors, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all helped them. If y'all don't know, y'all helped them for life. Even though I always was a little different, I always had that vision. Like, I can help motherfuckers. I know I got a voice for this shit. Motherfuckers can listen to me type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I always listen to y'all because I fucked with y'all and y'all was on some genuine shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
most people though, they desire is to get away from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And so any motherfuckers that actually do get something going on, they bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing quote unquote good and staying there. You know what I mean? And I think for us, that's why we're intentional about like, nah, like I'm right the fuck here. I'm gonna be right the fuck here. It was only one person like that in my neighborhood growing up. I grew up over East and South Shore, right off 71st and Jeffrey. It was only one person in my neighborhood that was like that. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, we still got a relationship because he was just the only motherfucker in the neighborhood that was like doing some positive shit. But wasn't like, I want to get away from y'all or I don't fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? He spent time with us, talking to us, that kind of shit. And I think that it's important for those of us who do get into other things to not be so in a hurry to just be like, I'm the fuck up out of here. Because who is gonna pour back into these shorties? Ain't nobody gonna pour back into them, and then you want to come back and be like, oh, they wildin'. Of course they fucking wildin'. They raised themselves.
But what about this though, right? For the people who do get up at it, what about the people who like saying that been invested in that shit, like far as like been in the streets, and then like you get some money to move your family out this shit, and you tired of this shit, you don't
Right.
want to be involved, you done lost your friends, you done
Right.
lost your family members, and you like, man, I'm tired of this shit. You just want to move a better life for yourself and your family. Are you wrong for getting up out of that and not looking back?
I ain't to say what's right or wrong. I'm only saying what comes out of that, right? When everybody in our community makes those type of decisions to be like, okay, once I get to a certain level, I'm the fuck up out of here.
What I was asking, like, cause you know how like when certain people get to that point where it's like, all right, okay, they get on it, so they get up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And then you have your people in the hood who be pointing the finger, like, man, bro, ooh, these be the same motherfuckers who never helped you, talk down on you, shit on your whole life. I'm speaking on that.
Right?
That
Yeah.
crowd.
I hear you.
And you get on and you move around for the better of your family. You take care of your family. It's always been you and your family. Motherfuckers never looked out for you. Niggas ain't never bonded you out. No, I'm just speaking
Right.
on that type of situation. And you get on and spin off. And motherfucker like, man, he a fake ass nigga, bro. Woo. Like, do you feel like, do a motherfucker supposed to be like, damn, I gotta come back and help the community. I need to help the community. Go out the band. I'm finna just risk it all and just bring my family back to this bitch. Or even come back and, know what I'm saying, and start doing this shit. Like, know what I'm saying, just because I'm supposed to do this shit, or just because I'm on. Like, you know
It's
what I'm saying?
twofold though, bro. Right? And that's again, like I said, we don't have any representation of manhood in our community. We need a greater representation of manhood. So there's a quote that we say in here all the time that the definitive of manhood, like how do you become a man, is mastering the environment you inherit. Right? Being born a woman, essentially your job on this planet, and this, I know this gets backlash or whatever, but you're born with womanhood. Because once you got a vagina and you can give birth to a child, that's what brings you into the value of womanhood, being able to produce another life. Right? Well, our job is to protect that womb, to protect the planet for that woman. That's our real job by the very nature of our existence. Right? So, in that vein, when you destroy some shit,
It's on the couch.
you have a responsibility to fix it, to repair it. You know what I mean? That's the responsibility of us in this moment. And it ain't even just about destroying some shit. Even if I wasn't a part of the destruction, if I'm here and my job is to protect the generation for, Mason or for Eric, then I got to stand in the light of whatever that means for me, right? Which is why you have a 13, 14, 15-year-old relationship with me, right? And you know it ain't just you that got a 14, 15-year relationship with me, right? Because at the end of the day, when my baby walk out in the street, I expect you to see him and protect him with the same vigor you would protect Mason. And I expect the same for me with Mason. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody else that didn't came through my doors, however they didn't came through my doors. When you see these two in the streets, Eric and Bella, you know who they are. So you make sure they make it back to their daddy. But that's because that's my response. Because I've taken responsibility for you and you. You know what I mean? Over and over and over. So
I told you a lot that from that whole Fearless documentary that you and I had the opportunity to be featured in. My favorite thing from that whole documentary was when you said, if I gotta raise 1,000 munchies, that's what I'm gonna do to make sure that the whole neighborhood is safe for my shorties. Like that's what it takes. It's this cyclical thing. You know what I mean? And I think that we get so many people pulling out of it for one reason or another. And again, it ain't about me saying that one thing is right or wrong, or I ain't saying that they not real niggas or none of that shit. I'm just saying that once you create a vacuum, certain things are gonna come from it, and that's just the fact of the matter. And in the 90s, it was everybody wanted to go to the South Burbs, right? And then that trend got too crazy, and then now motherfuckers want to leave. And it's just like, until we fix the real shit, you can move wherever the fuck you want to move. You know what I mean? And every time we show up there again, wherever you go, there you are. You know what I mean? Type of thing.
I just told you I was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, when it was the wildest shit I've been in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nobody gonna expect that.
I've been in the Trump. I've been in the slums in Houston, the slums in Atlanta. I've been in Cali in the projects. I done been through. I done seen some shit. I done seen some of the wildest shit out of town too. But my whole thing, okay, I'm with the bring it back shit. I'm with the help, but Like, I ain't opposed to motherfuckers getting up out of it either, because I just know what I've been through, bro. And I know, like, how I've been at, like, the shit that I've been through and the shit I was locked in with in the streets. And when you come up in the streets from you seeing all your friends get killed, bro, and then you start losing family. When you get older, you start losing your mother, your family members.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then you get an opportunity to get out of here and make better for your kids. It's like sometimes, for like, you stand in a certain situation or stand around some shit, like hurting your chance of growing, though.
But part of what I want you to understand is your power. Your power specifically. Right? And this is something, it's funny, like you was talking about something, we was talking outside, you was talking about how certain things happen in Houston or LA, but they don't happen in Chicago, right? And you was like, I don't know how I go like that, but we be getting away with XYZ, right? So, again, this is the data and the science of the thing, man. When you start thinking about American descendants of slavery, like black people born and rooted in America, Chicago is Mecca for that. We got the largest population of American descendants of slaves in the history of, in the whole United States, right? So when you think about that from a power dynamic,
In or out?
Farrakhan ain't from here, but he had to come here to become who he became. That's the power of Chicago. Barack ain't from here, but he had to come here to become who he became. That's the power of Chicago. And we can keep going down the line. Oprah ain't from here, but she had to come here to become who she became. Now, just from the standpoint of you and specifically your music and stuff like that, think about the impact that y'all got on the nation. It's y'all sound that is driving the nation right now, right? I saw something on Gillian Wallow's podcast, and he got two sons that's trying to rap right now, right? And he was talking about, they came in one day and they was telling him about all the stuff that's happening in the Chicago streets. Like they knew names, addresses, dates, all kind of crazy stuff. And they never been in Chicago in their life, right? But that's the impact and the draw that y'all have in this moment.
No way.
So there's something specifically special about the energy.
Hey, Mason.
It's about the
Calm
energy.
down, bro. Stop getting so loud to sit down, bro.
I need you right quick.
Then go over there.
Check it out, man.
It's something about the energy in Chicago specifically that creates that kind of national leadership for black people. And as we go, so goes the rest of the nation of black people, right? So when you start looking at, like, they got New York drill. Like, that's always funny to me.
That should be weird.
It's weird, right? And it's, you see the sound being manipulated by, other people in other states all the time. Now, arguably, I think the brothers who do it here, I don't want to say do it here mostly because I don't believe that to be true, but I think there's a level of validity here to drill because it opens up opportunity for you to get views, and views turn to money, and views turn to visibility, and views turn to opportunity.
And it's a real genre, bro. That shit produce money, bro.
I get it. I get
That's
it.
what it do. Like, a lot of people be doing the shit, yeah. Okay, niggas be dissing, yeah. This game, it's like, yeah, some shit to do. We disrespecting our ops, whatever, about the band.
Mason, come
Once
here.
that shit starts to turn into money, like, you start producing money out that shit, niggas be feeling like, why should I go any other route? You know what I'm saying? We already into it. It ain't gonna stop. We might as well just keep going, get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what motherfuckers be thinking. But I don't know. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, for real, some real shit. It's like, it should be cool with me personally. It just be feeling like I reached my ceiling out here in this Chicago shit with music, bro. It's like I've been doing this shit for a long time. I done did it all, bro. Like, I done did it all, bro. Like, I don't be feeding into the dissing music. You know what I'm saying? I have done it before.
Yeah, for sure.
Wrong, but I ain't the type of motherfucker who I built my name off there. I always been a lyricist. I always been one of the dopest niggas in the city on this motherfucker, on this music shit. So it's like, it's just Chicago just be like crab in a barrel for niggas. Always want to see you fail. Like, even the motherfuckers who be in position to help people in Chicago, they don't help you, bro. They always looking with their hand out. Like, niggas, like, you will go out of town and bump around. Like, I be in Houston rotating. I be fucking with the boss life niggas. G. Like, I got some.
And motherfuckers show love.
Niggas show nothing but love, G. Nothing but help, bro. They nothing but help. It's nothing but love, G. And it's like when you go out of town, bro, like I'm from Chicago. So
And that means that carry weight wherever you go.
Carry weight, you know what I'm saying? That shit means a lot, bro. And
do.
my energy, like that, my aura, like the way I carry myself, the way I talk, you know what I'm saying? The way I, you know what I'm saying? The conversations I be having, people, motherfuckers just gravitate to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a genuine nigga, G. So it's like all the assets I be having in Chicago, I be having everywhere, bro. And it'd be better for a motherfucker, because now I'm like, I feel like that's off me feeling like I reached my ceiling in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Like, I go out of town, bro. I got millions of other fans. It's millions. It's thousands and thousands, maybe millions of people that's out there that could possibly hear my shit somewhere, and we can lock in. I ain't gotta worry about none of the like. It's
Yeah, without all the other shit that go on in
Motherfuckers
Chicago.
Motherfuckers money around niggas might try, but that shit that's the
Right.
last thought when you out of town. You know what I'm saying? But you think that shit always on your mind. But you out of town, bro. You motherfuckers walk to the gas station without looking back too many times. You ain't gotta worry about all the same shit you been having to worry about in the city. For you can build a life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever, bro. Like motherfuckers out there on some whole other shit, bro. Like, I'm looking for properties and shit in Houston, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get involved with that Airbnb shit, bro. You feel me? Like, that's one little hustle, bro. Even with that, I'm trying to get involved with the cars. Like, I know niggas who be getting cars, folks, putting their cars on Turo and all that shit, bro. Getting paid, like, it's just a whole different guy. Like, that's me.
Mason, put it on the floor.
Put it on the floor, just got the table up.
Put it on the floor. No, you need to put it on the floor.
So I'm just a point in my life where it's like, bro, like, I gotta fend for myself, bro. I gotta be where it's like,
Nah, for real.
I gotta make it happen for myself before I get to thinking about I gotta bring it back. Cause you know what I'm saying? If I don't do it for myself, I learned this shit over the years. Like I always been the type of motherfucker who jeopardize everything to help others, bro.
Yeah, nah, you
Fuck
can't do it like that.
My music game, like just like study looking out for people and study helping people, study, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I gotta do this shit the way I need to do it, like get it busting for, get myself the right way. And I've been around so long where it's like I know the shit I need to do. Like this some shit I never did before. I never went out of town and pushed my music out of town, bro. I never went out of town and fucked the clubs up and bro. Pass money to the DJ, bro.
Right.
Man, spend that shit, bro. Go on here, what the man, motherfuckers fucking with you now, motherfuckers. Hey, give me your Instagram, bro. Give me your number. My car niggas calling me the next day like, damn, bro, we got shit going on. Keep on shit spin. I done just gave a nigga an extra 50. Give me 250. Y'all play your shit. Like that nigga 3, huh? He looking up. He plays your shit 7 times in the club that night, bro.
On the real.
He on Instagram, tagging motherfucker on Instagram 2 weeks later.
On the real.
My Chicago niggas, ooh, that's off your energy. We already feel like we really can't even fuck the clubs up in Chicago. We can't go to the strip. Like, niggas getting killed in the strip club, bro.
Yeah, it's so. I think that when the place you from, it be so many different ties to it, right? Yeah. And so being from Chicago, then it's like I can't move as freely as I want to move. Whereas you out of town, you in Houston, you in Atlanta, some shit. So I can move freely because I ain't got to look over my shoulder like that. But I think it's like that for everybody wherever they from, right? So I've been listening to a whole bunch of this Pooh Shiesty shit, right? And so he been like he can't like he the way he can move in Atlanta, or even how he might be able to move in a Chicago or Houston, ain't how he can move in Memphis. Yo, bad. You shouldn't have been tweaking, bro.
Oh, hey, you want to do it? We gonna do it, man. Ain't nobody scared of you.
Play with your car on the floor and you would be cool. Take your paper, draw on the floor and be cool. You ain't gonna win this fight, not never. I think that where you are, just it's always gonna be a little bit restrictive because you got history there, and motherfuckers, like you said, motherfuckers know what block you from or what affiliation you got, and that kind of inhibits how you can move around a certain space.
And even with that, though, you gotta think about like the music scene is so small, bro. So it's like it's thousands and hundreds of artists from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, the top popping shit that'll help you get exposed in Chicago be in all the hot spots for like it's some Chicago shit going on where it's like it'll be good for your career on some Chicago shit. They throw some shit at Club O, and now they doing shit at the bowling alley and all that shit. Everybody in the city, all sides finna be at this shit.
Put it on the floor.
So it's a chance that some shit finna happen up here. For like, so do I want to risk my life and risk it all just to come show my face in this shit, pay the DJ a couple $2 to play the song or some shit? We fuck around, get this bitch getting a shootout or something, I go to jail and it's all over. Or do I can just fall back off that shit because it's Chicago, like, and you know how Chicago is. Like, I love my city, but this one dick riding ass city, bro.
And the other part of that is, if you can't get popping in your hometown, the industry ain't gonna rock with you.
I mean, but that's not true though, too.
You don't think so?
That's not hell no, that's not true, bro. This is Chicago. That's what I was finna say. This one of the most dick riding cities in the world, bro. You gotta think about. I'm from Chicago, bro. If bro, you see how motherfuckers be fucking with the niggas fuck with my shit. Don't get me wrong, but like I can be bigger. If I was to go to Houston, if I was to go to Atlanta and get the buzz in the Houston up, tearing Atlanta up, and I'm popping on my
then Chicago will hop all on your shit.
Man, before we been fucking with you, my shit getting played on the radio nonstop. They fuck, hey, nah, I want to do an interview with you. Come fuck with me, nah. That's what they do out here, bro. And I'm trying to like, it don't matter. Like Chicago, like.
Well, there's a saying that a prophet is never
regardless.
respected in his hometown, right? Shit, Jesus wasn't. You know what I mean? Right. And it ain't. Even we was talking about this too about Atlanta. Like they call Atlanta Black Mecca right now. You know what I mean? But in truth, them people who down there in Atlanta getting money ain't from Atlanta.
Hell, like nobody.
You know what I mean? They
All
not from
transplants.
Atlanta. They are
That's where
transplants.
you go to finesse.
Right? So they go down there and they become kings or prophets outside of wherever they from. Very similar to LA too and all them other places. And then we just talking about entertainment, but it's not even just entertainment. It's almost all industry. You know, but outside of that, relax. But outside of that, like we got like another half here, man. And I know we was having this conversation about just the energy in Chicago or whatever, but I want to know more about what you're doing on the music side. And I want you to inform the people about what you're doing on the music side. Because one of the things he said earlier was that he's lyrical, and I agree. He got a lot on his mind. He got a lot more to talk about than just what we expect or we traditionally hear from the youth. And I think he deserves a shot. I'm a fan, been a fan. Always pushing him to do more, always pushing him to even challenge himself in his lyrics. You know what I mean? Definitely talented, definitely driven. So tell us more about what's going on with that.
Oh yeah, man. Hard Knock in the building, man. Hard Knock 035 on all social platforms if you know what I'm saying. But I got a couple projects coming out. I've been working on 3620 for like, I ain't gonna lie, it's more of an album than an EP. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we getting it. It's a couple songs on there that then passed a little copyright and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I used these 2 beats I got from these producers. And they had samples in them was copywritten and shit, so I couldn't use them. So I got the beats remade. So that's what I'm working on now. Like, so I'm waiting on dude to send the beats over. Then I got another project called Purple Rain that I'm fucking with. That shit, it's crazy. But the 3620 project more like about my life. That's the building I'm from, 3620 South Roads, Lawless Gardens and shit. It's more like my life. Like I got like small stories and shit to my like the shit I've been through. Like my mother passed away. It's like more of like my friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like more like the inside, like the emotional side, like the, you know what I'm saying, the depressed side, like shit the motherfucker really don't hear. Like it's just breaking down like my whole, you know what I'm saying? But I got turn shit on it. Like I got some club shit on there. I got some shit for the women on there. Like, you know, shit that's like, that, you know how you going through life and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then like you have your party moments and shit. So I got music for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got shit for like females. You going through your female shit, you like a little sexy female or some shit.
That's
some
well
shit
rounded,
like,
bro.
yeah,
But that's Chicago though, right? You can't, like, yeah, we got the turn up spots and we gonna kick it and we gonna have our good time, but you got to deal with the real shit too, right? You got to have that type of shit, and then we trying to get to the ladies too, right? So you got to have all that's the full Chicago experience in music form right there.
Too, you know, like the hustle shit now, like struggle shit. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's all real around. I got video. I just dropped a video with. I've been working nonstop all this year. I probably dropped like 6 videos since the year started.
That's what's up.
I just dropped something a few days ago with Ebone Hood Rich. It's called Around Me and shit. It's like off a Detroit beat. That's my first time really was fucking with some Detroit shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, I really want to fuck with the Detroit wave at first when I first like.
They sound is. I'm trying to get into it, man. They sound is difficult for me, man. I like Calico on some battle rapping shit, but I listen to his music. I be like, it's hard. It's like y'all intentionally rapping off beat, and it bothers me.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I never gave Calico ever a chance on like some songs.
Yeah.
Probably like on some battle shit.
Yeah.
You know, I like him. You know what I'm saying? But like, what really made who really started that got me fucking with the Detroit wave. Dude ain't even from Detroit though. The nigga ESTG. You know what I'm saying? From Kentucky.
Okay.
Gotta pee? All right.
Go ahead.
So the ESTG guy, he no, let him take it. He gonna take it, okay?
No, you take me.
All right, I gotta be back.
Mason ain't going.
It's right down the hall to the right. Oh, bet.
Hey man, Mason is dictating everything in the show today.
Hey man, this is the Mason show today, man.
Definitely is,
It
man.
is what it is, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But
How you feel about some of the conversation we get from Knock about just the energy of the shorties in the community?
I think it's an accurate perspective. I think it's just one sided. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, but I think that's genuinely what you're gonna get. Like you're gonna depend on who you're talking to. That's the perspective that you're gonna get. And I think that that is really what I see our role or our purpose in being in trying to bring those different perspectives together, right? And because I don't think either side of it is right. I don't think you talk to like old heads and they like, oh, these shorties. I don't think they wrong per se, right? It's just they not seeing the other side of it where they are accountable. And I don't think that what Knock is saying is wrong per se. You're just not seeing the other perspective of it. And I think that, again, we got to find a way to merge those things and find that sweet spot of both sides of that coin. That's really all I think that's really all I think it is.
That's some of the conversation though, right? It's like I think when you're mired in it, it's hard to see the other perspective. You know what I mean? That's why I was giving you the example of just, going over to the homie house the other day.
Yeah.
Being downtown looking up at the buildings and they look so tall. But then when you're in the building that's above them, they look so small. You know what I mean? It radically changes your perspective immediately.
But if you ain't never been up there, you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't really understand. You don't really grasp it that way. I think that, until you start to experience other things, you don't even realize how small, like even as a person or as a community, even or a neighborhood, like a block, right? You don't realize how insignificant that shit is. You know what I mean? Like when you in O Block, it's every fucking thing. But when you get a worldwide perspective,
leave it alone.
You don't understand that you realize how insignificant that shit really is. And so I think that it's just about perspectives. I think it's just about experiences, how you digest those experiences, how you understand them, and then how you relate them back to shared experiences with other people. That's really what I think. I think that older men in our community got to stop being scared of younger men in our community. That shit is crazy.
Agreed. Now y'all was talking about the Detroit sound. I'm gonna say both y'all haters because Detroit got some of the best lyricists in the world.
Mason didn't let me finish.
Well, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Because Detroit dope to me.
I like some of them cats, but
when I first heard Detroit, I wasn't a fan at all. I wasn't fucking with none of that shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't even getting a chance. But I started hearing ESTG, right? He from Kentucky, but he had the Detroit like the beats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had got off his project. I'm like, damn, dude, kind of decent though. What it was like they delivery and the beats kind of had me not fucking with it. But it grew on me once I started listening to what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them niggas be talking that shit in them songs, bro. They be talking that shit. So I got up on ISWIS Vizo. Like ISWIS Vizo decent, but like the what's his name? Babyface Ray or something. They be playing.
You know better than me.
I don't be, you know what I'm saying? But them like the only three I really be kind of like sometimes listen to.
Yeah, I be liking some of their beats, but I feel like just like Herb, it's hard for me to listen to his shit because I feel like you are intentionally rapping off beat, and it don't meet my ear right. Some of his shit I like, but some of it I be like, bro, just rap on the fucking beat, like, you know what I mean? And I hear a lot of that shit in that Detroit shit. It'd be hard for me to like catch the rhythm of their music, but I like some of their artists though. I fuck with some of the dudes that come from out of there. It's just the sound itself just. I don't know, it's strange in my ear.
I like Shorty too. What's his name?
42 Doug, yeah.
I like him too.
I heard an interview with him. Where he's from Detroit?
He's from Detroit.
Right?
Yeah, he from Detroit. He signed with Yo Gotti and the rest and all them cats.
I never heard none of his music, but I like his energy. Though.
Yeah,
his conversation was interesting to me. I think it's just I relate just because it's the Midwest, but I think Detroit has some of the dopest lyricists in the game. Like Royce is one of my favorites.
Royce is fire, man. No Dope on Sundays is still one of my favorite albums that done dropped in the past handful of years.
That's Sci-Hi, but
I mean Sci-Hi the Prince, right?
Yeah, but that's a lame.
No, I don't want no donuts, but I appreciate it though.
Oh,
You want a donut just so you can pass them out?
that's funny.
Hilarious.
I don't know, bro. My problem is I don't listen to a lot of music like that for real now, bro. Like, a lot of people, I don't be giving them a chance. Cause a lot of them, I just be feeling like they ass up.
Move the chair. Don't just turn around and push it.
There you go.
So I don't know. Like you gotta really like
You sitting down?
give me like you gotta really like be something for me to listen to. You like.
So who's some of your favorite artists that's like that got like some of the bigger mainstream artists? Who you like? Any of them?
No, I like Lil Baby. Lil Baby raw.
Me too. Lil Baby, my favorite one.
Lil Baby tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Is that the one who came out with the album with Herb this week?
Yeah.
No,
With Dirk.
this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to
I
that.
like Lil Baby.
I like that album.
I didn't listen to it.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like none of these young niggas.
What's that look on your face right there?
I'm not gonna listen to it.
What?
That Chicago shit.
Yeah, that's that Chicago shit right there.
shit.
I can see. So I saw it on his face. I'm like, oh shit, we don't.
But I ain't gonna lie, Lil Baby hard though. That's one of the hardest niggas out. Lil Baby, I like ESTG out. That's out right now. I like, you gotta like Drake. Drake like the best. No,
Yeah.
always be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Drake cold. People be hating on him for whatever reason, but he cold.
I like this shit Wayne got going on lately, man. Wayne trying to get back in it, bro.
I hope so, cause Wayne used to be so cold, and then he's been
snapped
so
on that
trash for.
green shit, boy. You ain't heard
Who?
one with
Pull that up.
Who was this?
Lil Wayne, folks. Lil Wayne got some shit with Nicki Minaj and Drake, bro. It's Nicki Minaj's song. She just dropped it. She could have stayed off that shit, but the shit.
I think I heard it though. What is it called?
Going green.
Yeah, I did
I
hear.
heard it. I ain't a fan of
I did hear.
I like it a lot, bro. I feel like Wayne try to get in his bag. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Wayne been trying to go crazy lately, though. Wayne got some shit with Polo G that's hard.
Yeah.
He got some shit
What
with
you think of Polo?
I feel like Polo, the best artist out of Chicago.
Really? I like Lil Polo too. My
I feel like-
son,
I
the
feel
big
like-
Polo guy.
Polo G, the best artist out of Chicago right now. As far as like mainstream, like he lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Like he be talking his street shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he be having substance. He
Yeah.
make dope ass videos. Like I fuck with Shorty like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he did more than what a lot of motherfuckers did as far as like album sales and shit already too. Like Shorty he dope. Like he make great music. Like you know what I'm saying? He make shit easy for the ear.
I like his energy
This
though.
this
And he can rap. He can rap though. Like if he get on some real rap shit, he can rap.
one of
And
my
his-
shorties from my summer program, man. He used to come in there sleepy as hell every day. And so I always just let him play the music in the morning. And it was always Polo G. And it's like, bro, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, G. You killing me with this Polo G shit. Come on, man. Let me play. Go ahead, play your shit, bro. I just want you to know you killing me with this every single morning. Every time we have to go somewhere, go in the car, they get to alternate who get to control the music, right? So every time it was his turn to control the music, his ass, this boy Polo G me to death not last summer.
And Lil Herb.
Summer of 19.
And J. Cole.
And so I'm like, yo.
That's all
And
he
so
listens
then I'm at fucking Lala, like a couple months after my program, whatever. I'm at Lala, whatever. And then Polo G was performing, right? So he hit the stage. I know all the fucking songs, right? I'm like, damn, I know this shit and I fucking like this shit. I was like, God damn.
Shorty hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and he like not underrated. Like, you know, like a lot of people be going underrated from the crib. Like, he one of them artists who like he deserve that shit. Shorty be talking that shit. Like, he lyrical. He got the cadence. He got a nice little delivery, folks. He got the sound file like the auto tune shit. He can switch it up. You know, like, he do the commercial shit a lot because he got the auto tune.
Right.
So it can. But
That's what's up. So who you like from the crib that ain't quite buzzed yet? Like that's coming up. Like look out for this person. Look out for
my
that
whole
person.
squad. But, other than the squad, I gotta name the squad though for sure. Hard Knock 035, that's me. Mono 757, 757 BA, Young Goon, Drill Wit, Free Rose. Then outside of motherfuckers who from our neighbor, from the hood and shit, I fuck with Panamera P. That's my dog, folks. That's my man, though. That's one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks got that shit. And RP AMG Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Folks died a couple years ago. Killed himself. That's why I've been doing a lot of that shit on suicide awareness shit. You feel me? Because that shit like a disease in the hood.
So look, I didn't get a chance to hear all that too. You sent me a video where you was had a conversation around suicide awareness. What was the conversation about?
I had an interview, and one of the topics of the interview was suicide awareness. You know what I'm saying? It's on my YouTube channel on Hard Knock 035, and a guy named I think he was like it's called Gut TV. So we one of the segments was the suicide awareness, and I be speaking on that a lot because like I've been through that situation where it's like once I was at the breaking point, I feel like I wanted to kill myself more than once. You know what I'm saying? And with that, it'd be a lot of people around. Like you don't be really want to speak on that type of shit.
Yeah, that's
you know what
real.
I'm saying? Other people like, yeah, bro, I feel like killing myself. So it's like it'd be a lot of people around who will let themselves get to that point where, you know what I'm saying, at the breaking point, you know what I'm saying? And that shit be fucked up because like you be around somebody and just don't never know what they going through. Like you think you know what people got going through. You think you know what people thinking, but you just never know. And it don't be enough awareness on that type of shit. As far as like in the city, like people be speaking on all type of shit, gang awareness,
Right.
fucking this problem, that problem, but it don't be enough on the suicide shit. 'Cause there be a lot of people in the community.
That's what
a
you
lot of
tuned
shorties.
into, man. Let me tell you, because the numbers is the numbers. And young black men is the highest rating of the fastest growing rate of suicide is happening with young black men.
Because you used to almost never see that shit. I mean, I've seen a couple of suicides, actually. A couple of men in my family, one older, one younger, have killed themselves. But you don't see it. You didn't really see a whole lot of like suicide. Now you're starting to see it. It's becoming a little bit more prevalent, and I think it's for a litany of reasons, though.
I agree too.
Yeah,
I agree too.
You gotta be, and that's what I said in the interview too. Like people was asking me, like I had a lot of people say, like, yeah, you gotta be a weak person to you gotta be a weak person to kill yourself. No, you really gotta be a strong person. I say a selfish person, but you gotta be a strong person to physically cause harm to yourself. Like, to physically inflict harm on yourself, like that's like you like grabbing a knife, like, yeah, I'm gonna kill myself. You just by the time the knife gets to your arm, you be like, I can't do this shit, bro. Hell nah, fuck.
Right.
You got the gun, you be thinking like, damn, I'm gonna kill myself, but how it's gonna be when I die? I don't know. I can't do this shit. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I want to say that's how that shit be.
Also, like, what kind of trauma is driving us to them places, right? And that's it's not that I want to avoid the suicide awareness. I want to, like, in order to get to the issue, you got to get to the root of the problem. Right. You know what I mean? That's the part of the conversation that I think always gets kind of bypassed. Like, we look at problems from when they've branched out. Like, you look at a tree, and the branches that it produces is only based on the kind of rooting it has. Them branches gonna keep coming. You know what I mean? You got to deal with the root to fix the branches. And I think that's part of the conversation. Those parts of the rooting of the problem is stuff that we don't never get to. You know what I mean? Now, I've had a relationship with you for damn near 20 years at this point. And then you know my major context of my major conversation comes in the form of, one, understanding blackness, understanding our pureness of our polarity, understanding our positioning in the world. But then to understand all of that, you also got to understand whiteness. And I don't think we give that enough attention and credit. So even when we have this conversation, we start talking, and I asked about reparations or will the influx of money help change our behaviors? All those are impediments put on us by capitalism and slavery and our positioning even still today. Now, perspective is so important, right? And because we don't oftentimes get above the fray, we never get that change in perspective. So the issues in our community become issues that are only seen as internal issues instead of external issues as well, right? There's a reason why only 50% of dual income and earning black families only making $30,000. That shit ain't happenstance. It ain't by chance. Right. That's part of the design. And again, getting back to that man shit, if you can only become a man by mastering the environment that you inherit, then them are part of the conversations that we gotta address. Right? Why the fuck is it that I remember when this is true shit, I was 16, I got a job with Burrell for the summer. And Burrell was flying me around to do these black family reunion things. Right? I was running around dressed up like Sunny Delight and shit like that. Some goofy shit. But I was making like $10 an hour. Now mind you, this 1980 something, 1991.
And you 16.
Maybe, right? And I came home one time, one of my homies was telling me like, man, my mama just got a new job. And he was like, man, she make $13 an hour. And he was saying this to me in a way that he was excited and proud that his mama was making $13 an hour. And mind you, this early on too, $13 meant something different. It was more than way more than minimum wage. It represented something different in 1989, 1991. But either way though, I just came from a summer gig where I was making $10 an hour. And to think about somebody parent only getting $3 more than me, and she got to take care of a house and a family, you know what I mean? And it was some shit where it's like, in his mind, it's about to change their life. We got to get beyond the veil. You know what I mean? So young black boys ain't thinking about suicide for no fucking reason. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason how this shit is happening. Like, you know, again, I said you the genuine article. You got certain experiences. You know, you talk about lawless. I spent a lot of time in lawless. My family from the ISWIS before they tore the ISWIS down. My family from Argyle before they tore, they ain't even tore Argyle down. But I had all them wealth of experiences. And because I've had them wealth of experiences and I get to operate outside them experiences too, I realized, one, how the people inside them experiences don't have exposure to what's happening outside of them places. You don't know what the fuck is going on outside, so this becomes your world. And that ain't the world, right? But then I also noticed how people outside them experiences ain't had them experience. So they don't recognize that as part of the world.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
And those conversations have to come because they bring connectivity and they provide hope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And understanding.
They provide hope and understanding. That's true shit. You know, and I think we always deal with it from the branch or the end point of the trauma. And you got to deal with it from the root. You got to deal with it from the root, I think, to solve it.
Off that chair.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, man.
Somebody in the comments, Jay mentioned an artist named Lil Loaded. You know him? No. Apparently he committed suicide the other day. They said.
Yeah, one of my homies, TCB Nez, his brother supposed to kill himself, man. He had just bombs him out and shit, man. His name was Bud. Man, that shit was crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie, folks.
Yeah, that's off the chain, man.
A lot of motherfuckers, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know a few people. I know some females, too, though, who killed themselves. It's just like, that shit be tough, bro. That
It
shit
do.
be
It
hard,
be it be all kind of reasons. I think part of it is that we talked about the social media stuff earlier, and you was talking about how your first car, you know, what your first car was the Cutlass, right? And now how shorties want their first car to be like a Lambo and shit, like because social media,
You
like
gotta have Hellcats.
you know what I'm saying, like, and
that's
that's what motherfuckers really aspire to from day one, and so now you feel inadequate as fuck if you don't have that kind of
But
shit.
to that point, though, is the value asset, though, right? The
Right.
dope boy in my community, at my time, the dope boy car was the Cutlass.
Right.
Right? But at the end of the day, a Cutlass cost your ass $2,000. You're going to spend more on the rims than you are on the car.
Yeah, that was the thing.
You know
If you
what I
get
mean?
$1,500 for the car and then put rims on it and bang in the
So,
trunk and that
right,
kind of shit.
It's accessible, right? It ain't hard to get to $2,000. Even if, for
Right.
me at the time, it wasn't difficult to get to $2,000.
Right.
But a Hellcat is a different story for a 16-year-old.
60,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So a 16-year-old now, same mindset I had. So I'm not justifying. It's the same mindset.
Right.
But where I could get to the 2,000, he can't get to the 50,000 for the Hellcat.
Bro,
Right.
But what he can get to is a burner,
Right.
Or
and he could take somebody up out of a Hellcat. But it's the
Crazy,
mentality
they
is
got
wrong.
Access to shit like, you know what I'm saying, what we was talking about earlier, that move. You feel
Yeah.
me? So like, niggas get access to this.
Yeah.
All this, if you could put your mind together to get access to this, just think about the shit you can put your mindset to do to get access to all type of shit you can do that can help you in. You know what I'm
Yeah, like these motherfuckers is powerful. They talented. They creative as fuck. They just using it for the wrong shit, G. Like they leaders and shit. They get motherfuckers to follow them. They just using it for the wrong things. And I think that you get caught up in that shit, and then you know it's a win lose type thing. But you gonna eventually lose. You can win 100 times in the streets. You only gotta lose once. You know what I'm saying? You let them people beat you one time, and they gonna take 40 years from your ass. You let them other niggas beat you one time, and they gonna take your whole life from you. You know what I mean? It's like
saying? Every year from your way.
you know what's right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like eventually you gonna fucking lose. And I think that all that pressure, man, you can just feel it. Everybody walking around so motherfucking tense and depressed. And then some of us like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm tapping out. And they got weird. My little cousin killed himself. I want to say this wasn't last year. Maybe it was like 2 years ago. Might have even been 3 years at this point. Like 2 years ago, my little cousin killed himself. But he ordered some suicide pills offline, G. They delivered them straight to my grandmama crib, G. Like, they nobody know what it was. It came in a little box, had his name on it. They gave them to him. He take them. Don't wake up the next morning. They find him in the room type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, off the chain. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, I almost fucked myself up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Only thing that really saved me was my kids, bro, and me knowing, like, I had motherfuckers that looked up to me and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had fans and shit that fucked with my music, bro. So it was like I had got to a point in my life where it's like, yeah, I want to do it, but then I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you gonna be wild as hell. You kill yourself, and then you just leave Mason and Naya here on this world to fend for themselves for no father, nigga. You grew up without no father. You know
Right, you know what that's like.
Then it's like, I got motherfuckers who, like even motherfuckers who I'll be waking up and just saying a little positive shit on social media. Motherfuckers be like, I remember it was like when my homie just got killed in April. I had one like probably like 2-3 weeks straight. I want to fuck with no social media.
Yeah.
I want to fuck with no social media. I ain't posting shit. I ain't coming on Facebook talking a little motivational shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, little bro, some of the little guys be like, damn, bro, you alright, bro, you good, bro. I know it's fucked up, folks. Keep your head up, bro. What? He like, damn, bro, he made a status on Facebook.
You ain't know how much you was impacting motherfuckers.
Bro, he made a status on Facebook, bro. Like, he like, man, damn, I'm trying to wake up in the morning and catch one of them, wake your ugly ass up. It's a good day to get money posted. You ain't posted all week, for I need one of them. Let me get back up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Shit
what's
like
up.
That. So it'd be like, even when
That's what's
even
up,
when my
G.
music,
You
I
don't
be
never know how you
times
impacting
where I be
people,
going
G.
Like, man, bro,
my video, one video do 100,000 views, or one video do 50,000 views, then the next one come do 5, 3, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Next one come do 1. You look like damn. Then I get around like niggas who in the music industry, motherfuckers who in the city. You know what I'm saying? Who popping and shit like, damn, bro, I heard that shit. Or one like, yeah, bro, these niggas must be top 5 right here, bro. Ooh. So they be like, I'm like, damn, yeah. And I be meeting motherfuckers out of town. I be out of town. Niggas be, man, bro, you raw as hell, not fool. I be there. Who the fuck? Yeah, bro, I'm from Arkansas, bro. I ain't even from the A, bro. I ain't even from Houston, bro. I fuck with your music.
You don't even be knowing, G.
Like I got that screenshot of this shit on my phone. This white dude came on my shit like, this one of them days, I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling bad as hell, bro. I wasn't even feeling good. I wasn't trying to talk with motherfuckers. I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna just stay in the crib.
It be right when you feeling low as hell that you get them little affirmations, them positive affirmations.
I be having like request a message. Like if you go on your Instagram and you go to your message, it's like a little part on the top, like request a message. Like people who not following you,
Who not following you.
They can't come through.
What you mean, daddy? Ain't no calling daddy. They can't call daddy now. No, you was tough a minute ago. You was tough. You tough now.
Man, so stop screaming like that, bro. Stop acting crazy. I finally checked my shit the other day, folks. This guy come through my shit. Like,
that's dope, G. You just don't be knowing.
it was a black dude the other day. He like, man, all the rappers in Chicago, you top 5, bro. Out the band, I don't know why you ain't. You know, so you be on consistent shit. I don't know why you ain't popping. For that shit be fucking with me to see you ain't popping, bro. Ooh.
That's raw as hell.
Then some white dude the other day. I gotta find this shit. 'Cause I gotta read this shit, bro. 'Cause the nigga, dude, he real like that shit fucked me up, bro.
You just never really know.
It's a white guy, bro. Man. He from Galesburg.
Jesus, you slow.
I posted one of my songs. He come through my shit like, what up, bro? I know I've never met you, although it'd be a great opportunity. I'm a heart transplant who died multiple times, who got a second chance at life.
Damn.
He said, I'm forever grateful for that. Anytime I get that, he said, anytime I get some of your music, really uplifts me. You know what I'm saying? To put me in a better place. Keep grinding and doing your thing. Cause he said you're a special talent. Like this music, he like with this music shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, man, he like you get me going. Shit. That shit made me.
That's off the chain, G. Like how you think about taking yourself out when you another motherfucker whole reason for living for real?
And this a motherfucker I'm talking about. I know like he not even following me on Facebook, bro. He not even following me, bro.
Straight
like,
music.
At all, bro. He come straight through my shit. All right, I'm damn. What up? Woo? He talking about some. Like, yeah, what you ready to give you uplift me, bro? Shit like that. I'm like, damn, that shit made me feel good. Like, I can do that for you. Like, what?
On the real, G.
Like him, bro.
And if them the few motherfuckers that you done heard from, it's a whole bunch of more motherfuckers you doing it for that you ain't heard from. Like,
and this hella motherfucker, I seen it, but you know how that shit go. Like, you get to going through shit, you really be trying to, like, be thinking, like
you just be caught up in our shit.
To you, like, your problems are always bigger than the next motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to learn, too. Like, it might be a person who look like they ain't got no problems, real smiling, cause I do that shit. Like a lot of people never know the shit I be going through. Never stop thinking about it. This might be a motherfucker right next to you. Like you never know what his problems is. Like
that's real.
I can't be selfish to think that my issues are always bigger than the next motherfucker. He might be going through the shit way worse than me.
That's real.
But even as female, like you know, so I've been around females like some of the baddest women that I ever seen before in my life. So like I done got raped before. My uncle raped me.
All kind of shit.
Like my mama didn't believe me and shit like that.
All kind of shit.
Like, what? So I wanted to kill myself about that shit. Ooh. Like I be like, yeah,
I ain't playing.
Like, that shit be crazy, bro. Like that, you never know. You never know what a motherfucker goes like. Like me, niggas never know I was homeless before. Niggas never know like shit. My mother was caught up in her addiction. My pops was never around caught up in his addiction. Like, probably I slept outside for on concrete. Like niggas don't be knowing that type of shit about me because I don't address that shit all the time. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it be a lot of people going through shit. Like, it be niggas going through shit trying to transition from being a young nigga to a old nigga. For niggas don't be.
That's
like,
real.
Like, I'm not old, bro. I can still do this shit. And you see a motherfucker old as hell wearing some young nigga shit, you be like, man, dude, that's a fucking goofy, bro. Look at this nigga trying to, you know what I'm saying, bro? You get to a point like where it's like.
But it's a lot of old ass boys though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of 40-year-old boys out here. You know what I mean? And it's just different. And there's some 16-year-old ass grown men out here too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about perspective and different than what motherfuckers been through. We gotta get up out of here, man. As soon as I bounce and hop in the car, I'm throwing on some knock. What's the first track I need to put on?
I ain't gonna lie, just go on YouTube and type in Hard Knock 035. A playlist gonna pop up. All that shit heat. Everything you listen to gonna be heat. You're not gonna be disappointed. Nothing.
Take us out of here with something, man.
Well, you need a verse or something?
Yeah, give us some.
All right, hold on. Let me ask this for my wife. She cursed me out. We walking out right now, babe.
Okay.
Ah, you funny.
I don't want to hear none of that now.
Soon as you hear, you try to go up.
All right, son, hold on. We finna get up out of here. We finna go get her, okay?
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
No, he ain't.
Serious? You little actor. Get out. Get out. Get out the room. Get out the room. You can't hang with us no more. Get out.
Ain't Nantil coming out, just making all that
Get out.
noise.
Get out the room. Get out the room.
Hey, Mason.
Get out that weak.
Come here. Come here. I'm finna do this verse real quick. You finna help me?
Oh, you so phony.
All right, give me a hug. We cool. We finna get up out of here, okay?
Oh, you phony.
Check?
Yes.
All right, let me bug up on the joint real quick. You ready?
Yes.
All right, give me 5. I say, you ready? All right,
He's so phony.
I say on Snoop, I been that nigga since the tip off. Like Clifford, I'm some big dog. I'm trying to check a milli off of fentanyl. It's wartime, my niggas killing. Everyone is involved. But for that dough, fill you up with hoes and then we pimp off, yeah. But how you living, nigga? I see you fake, look in your face to see the difference, nigga. It's old bodies in that chamber. Guess I'm old school. Guessing you ain't hear about that shit you weren't supposed to. Watch this. Come on, bro. You want some others? Why you grab my arm, bro? You gonna hate it, bro?
No, I feel you.
I gotta do it over.
Yeah, I need this. Woo!
Mason trying to take the show, y'all, man. Go ahead, man. You finna let me see it?
Oh,
You
time.
gonna rap on that microphone over there, the one that's standing up.
No.
It's
No.
gonna record you.
Oh.
That-
Dee Quacker, Dee Quacker, ah.
Bars.
Dee Quacker, I just don't cry.
Bars, Mason.
Y'all wanna hear that? Y'all go on YouTube, Hard Knock 035, man. It's not-
Dee Quacker.
Hard Knock 035 Knock, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Do not be a stranger. Follow through the show whenever you feel like it, man.
Man, most definitely. I'm gonna slide through more often without his little ass, man.
Bet it up, bet it up, bet it up. We gotta go, man. Thank y'all so very, very much for tuning in to this episode of I Said What I Said. We'll be back here Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We're gonna be back in our regular time at 1 o'clock on the I Said What I Said page. Thank y'all so much for coming over here and rocking out and staying on the show, man. We appreciate it, each and every one of you all for tuning in today. We'll be back on Wednesday. Anything before we bounce?
No. Assalamu alaikum. We out here.
Peace.